Licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Kyle Reese and Marcello Romano.
Good morning. No Kyle Reese this morning, so we go to the bullpen. Bring in J.A., little Justin Adams. You got Marcello Romano. You got Kyle Becker. You got yourself on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. And you can participate in the YouTube chat there that is powered by Champ Honda. What up, Justin?
Cello, man, what's going on, man, brother? It is a blessing to be here this morning, man. I'm excited. I was just looking around yesterday, and I said, what can we talk about? What is possibly something that we could talk about today?
You were thinking of, let's come up with some list rating.
Yeah, I was thinking
right?
World Cup, right? I mean, the
Yes.
knockout round starts today. We have South Africa taking on Canada. I was like, hey, we could talk about that. Training camp gets underway later next month, so we can look at that. And then middle of the day, some news broke from a report from Mark Stein that has me freaking out.
Talk to me, Goose. What are you talking about? For those who
man.
are not familiar, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so according to Mark Stein, and this is where, Mark Stein does a great job. Remember, he was a former ESPN reporter. Really, really good guy at what he does. So we all know that Nikola Jokic has a big contract out there. Huge max deal out there waiting for him. According to Mark Stein, it says this: holding off on a contract extension this summer is under consideration for Nuggets Nikola Jokic. Oh, boy.
But what does it all mean, Basil?
That means, folks, that this could be the final season Nikola Jokic is a Denver Nugget. Because next year he would be an unrestricted free agent. Not like Payton Watson, who's a restricted free agent. Nikola Jokic is an unrestricted free agent, meaning he's looking around and he's looking at this team. And remember what he said after the team lost to Minnesota. That team that didn't have their first best player or DiVincenzo.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially looked and said, hey, we're not good enough right now to win. But I do always want to be a Nugget. And the idea was, he'll just sign this contract. Let's go back even a year before when he had another contract. Could have signed a contract then. Didn't do so. And the idea was, hey, hold the feet to the fire of the Nuggets, make sure that they put a good team around you, and then go from there. Well, they traded Michael Porter Jr., Cameron Johnson comes in, but all these injuries come out of nowhere. You lose in the first round. So it's back-to-back offseasons so far that Jokic hasn't signed that contract extension. Could have signed it, actually, after the finals ended. Didn't do so. And so, to say the least, things aren't so good right now in the Mile High City. Because if you lose Jokic, you lose the best player in franchise history, hands down. And you don't do that. So a lot of things are at stake right now with a free agency right on the
What's your
corner.
gut telling you, though? Why is this happening?
Jokic doesn't want to be another Giannis. That's what my gut is telling me. He doesn't want to go down like that. He doesn't want to go down like another guy who has immense talent. And let's be frank, when he went to the Western Conference Finals in 2020, won a championship in 2023, dealt with injuries with Jamal Murray for 2 years between the bubble. And then from there, frankly, it's just been a disappointment.
So when I ask you gut and you say, he doesn't want to be another Giannis, that means you think the end result is that he is not a Denver Nugget?
It's a possibility. Everything's on the table right now. And it's up to the front office to make him happy.
Well, that kind of sucks for them because their hands are tied a little bit, right? Like they don't have a bunch of flexibility where they're going to have to get really creative then, Justin.
Well,
if that's the case, listen, I had this discussion on Tuesday with Dante when I did Denver Sports Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, nah, and my fear all along was that you look back to when the Bucks won that championship in 2021. No, you would have thought, okay, they got the best player in the world at that time. They're probably going to be contending for years to come now after they came back from the 0-2 hole against Phoenix to win it. And everything that they've done, and not that they were quiet. They tried all these changes to keep them competitive, right? Mm-hmm. They fired the coach. They brought in Doc Rivers. They brought in other pieces. They sent pieces away. They were chasing championships. And it all fell apart, and the end result is it got really ugly this year, right? As far as Giannis being like, I can play, they won't play me, and then they got very contentious between the organization and the player. My fear all along was I do not want that Nuggets championship in 2023 to be forgotten and for the Nuggets to end up being the Bucks. And this isn't like a knock on the Bucks. The Bucks had opportunities, and they tried to continue to build around Giannis, and it didn't work out. And ultimately, the end result is he's gone, and they're rebuilding.
Right.
The Nuggets here, like, maybe that is something that Jokic has looked at and said, listen, before I actually commit to this, I don't want it to end that ugly. So why don't you have an opportunity to prove it to me now? I just don't know how much they can do with how they're kind of limited with their flexibility right now.
You make trades. That's how you do it. You make a lot of trades. For example, Cameron Johnson will be one guy you look at trading. Obviously, we know this, right? Everybody knows that these are the guys you look at trading, right? Christian Brown, that's a guy that definitely you look at trading. Here's the issue, though, is
nobody's going to take that right now, though.
Yeah, not only that, but let's say you do make these moves. The Nuggets don't have, like, all these draft picks already ready to go. They have nothing. Like, literally, they have nothing. So
yeah, Trevin Brazil.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that works. Second-round draft pick. We'll see how that works
Bryce Hopkins,
out.
Is that the other dude?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Look, again, second-round guys, right? Yeah, okay. The reality is this, is that you cannot lose Jokic for nothing. This cannot be, for those who've been in Denver for a long time, this cannot be another Dikembe Mutombo type situation where you lose Mutombo for nothing. He goes to Atlanta, you get nothing in return. Mm-hmm. This cannot be that type of situation. So if he does not sign, this has to be a Carmelo type of situation, unfortunately, where, hey, this is the way that you're going to restart your franchise again. Middle of the season, you trade him. That's what it's going to come down to. So your hope is that you make enough moves to keep him happy. You also hope that a guy like Aaron Gordon stays healthy. Those are the things you hope will happen. But I tell you the one thing, and we'll revisit this again later on in the show. There's one guy who should be smiling from ear to ear. I mean, grinning from ear to ear. Out of all the players on the Nuggets roster right now, you know what that player is? Payton Watson. Do you believe that the Nuggets would now let Payton Watson out the door? I don't care. He's going to believe a whole lot. He's going to make some prime money. Because
dude, if Jokic is not on the table, then I don't care about Payton Watson at that point.
But we're talking about right now. We're talking about free agency beginning this week. And Payton Watson, somebody's going to offer him a deal. Somebody will. And the Nuggets, in turn, knowing what's happening right now with Nikola Jokic, will say, okay, how many million you want? What they signed you? They want you for $30 million? Okay, cool. We'll figure it out. We'll let somebody else go.
Payton?
I'm just telling you, is that you have to make sure you have talent around Nikola Jokic. And if you don't have talent around this guy who should be signing an extension and has not yet and may not sign it in the summer, when free agency comes around, we'll let that talent just go, who connects so well with Jokic. You go and say
there's other dominoes that have to fall before you can sign him.
I understand.
As far as avoiding the second apron and all the financial constraints. So that's what I mean as far as creativity. They're going to have to – there's not a ton of flexibility, Justin, that they have.
Figure it out or lose your franchise player.
What we found out yesterday is probably the worst news.
Yes.
The worst possible news is like, oh, yeah, by the way – and they could have done it behind closed doors, been like, hey, get to work, fellas.
No, that's not how this works. Who said he did say get to work? You know what he said, get to work? After they lost Game 6. the first round against Minnesota to guys who aren't even on the roster with the Timberwolves anymore. Literally. So that was the signal that something has to change. You got to do something different. And I get it. They really beat San Antonio. Am I correct? Like, you probably take care of San Antonio.
I liked the matchup actually against San Antonio.
And then you give yourself a shot against Oklahoma City, who, oh, by the way, had injuries of their own. So let's say you do get back to the finals. Now, I would say I don't think you beat the Knicks, by the way. I don't think that this Nuggets team was good enough. You can look at the records and everything that the Nuggets had the last couple of years. I don't think they would have beat the Knicks. But at least you would have got back to another finals.
Because the Knicks were like a team of destiny.
For sure, for sure. And you know what?
But those are all great. Didn't happen. You lost Game 6. And listen, for Nikola Jokic, listen, we saw what he looked like as he's working out for Team Serbia.
He looks great. Let me get on that play.
Probably yes.
My God, let me get on that fitness play he's on.
He looks like a swimmer almost.
Right.
Like, and I'm not saying, like, listen, he's in the best shape that he's probably been in for, 5-6 years?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's something that's motivating him differently this offseason. And I don't think it's just the loss. I think it's the reality of, hey, man, I'm entering the back nine of my career, and I got to stay in better shape if I want to continue to play at this level and whatnot. He needed to be better in that series too, right? Like, you can't not play a lick of defense. You can't just give up the lane when you're a 7-footer.
Mm-hmm.
That type of stuff that matters. I just think it's, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling good about it. I wasn't feeling good about it going in. After they lost to the Wolves, it's like, dude, look at how far away they are. And what's going to happen, like, AG's deal hasn't even kicked in. It kicks in now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Christian Brown's deal, is that starting now? Like, all these areas where – and those are players that you're trying to unload. Not that I want them gone. I don't want AG gone. I think he's my favorite Nugget.
Mm-hmm.
I don't – that sucks, but the reality is health has become a problem. His body has betrayed him a bit. And when you look around the landscape of the NBA, Justin, where do you put the Nuggets right now ranked-wise? If you had to say, all right, going into the postseason, I think they had the 4th best odds to win a championship.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way the postseason played out with Oklahoma City and San Antonio doing their thing, going up against each other in the conference final.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference, I'm not really fearful of it. Julius Randle's not in Minnesota anymore.
Right.
Naz Reid is gone.
Right.
It's LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards.
It's a good one. I believe they're still a top 6 team in the West.
Just in the West?
Just in the West, man. I think they could beat teams out the East, right? I don't think the Heat are where they need to be right now. So the Heat have more moves to make because they don't have a point guard. So we'll just leave the East aside. From the West, are they better than Oklahoma City?
The Nuggets?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Are they better than the San Antonio Spurs?
No.
Okay. Are they better than the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Obviously not.
Okay. Detroit Pistons?
I don't know.
How about the Lakers? How about that backcourt that can't play any defense? How about the Lakers right now? Are they better than the Lakers?
That's a crap question, dude. If you
Right?
really think about it.
It is.
Ugh.
It is.
Yeah, they're better than the Lakers.
Okay. So I'm looking at the odds, okay, for FanDuel Sportsbook, all right? Just look at overall, okay? We're just talking about odds. We're not talking about betting, just overall odds. Seventh best odds to win the championship.
And you're supposed to have the best player in the – and I was supposed to be the best player in the
Supposed
world.
to be the franchise
Supposed to
player.
be a franchise player. We in here talking about practice.
Right. Well, let's put it in perspective. The Miami Heat, who do not have a legitimate shooting guard or a point guard, because Norman Powell is a free agent, so they don't have a starting shooting guard or a starting point guard, have better odds than you right now to win the championship. That should let you know everything about where in the NBA, where everyone believes where the Nuggets are. So, what do? You got to make some moves. I think Christian Brown was fantastic for what he was here for. Mayward is here. You got to go trade him. I think Cameron Johnson
Nobody's
showed.
taking that though, dude.
I understand, but you attach. Look, the Nuggets attach draft picks to everything. They did so with Michael Porter Jr. last year. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
You taking Christian Brown right now if you're another team?
There's always one dumb team out there. There's
His
always
deal,
one, man.
His deal is just
I know,
about to kick in.
I know, but there's always one team that's like, you know what? He could be a centerpiece. He could be our guy.
I'm not even saying this as a slight against Christian Brown because I think we're convenient fans when it comes to nobody had a problem with that deal when they signed it. Like we hate it now.
You say nobody?
Come on, dude.
Numbers-wise? But numbers-
Nobody had a problem with that Christian Brown deal when it was signed. Now, subsequently, the level of play and I guess he's a vocal leader on this team. I didn't know that. He needed to get his guys up ready to go.
The leader of the team.
The
really.
leader of the team, yeah.
And he dealt with some injury this past season. I think he'll be better, but like it's I think a bit of revisionist history if we're like, oh, we hated that deal. You should have given it to Payton Watson. Nobody was saying that. Nobody was saying that until February of this year after Nikola Jokic went down and Payton Watson not only showed his defensive prowess, but how good he could be offensively.
Right.
And now all of a sudden it's like, gosh, talk about making the wrong decision. Christian Brown was a big piece of winning that championship in 2023.
Much more bigger than Peyton Watson.
Oh, yeah. So I caution it that way. I just don't know that there's a lot of intrigue around the league to what the Nuggets have to offer. Now, we heard a couple weeks back that the person garnering the most interest was Aaron Gordon, which that I think kind of sucks. But, hey, if you're able to get rid of him because of the health concerns, he hasn't been able to participate, and would the seasons have ended differently the last 2 years had he been able to stay healthy? Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a good chance of that.
Right. I don't think you trade at all Aaron Gordon. Like, that should be another guy who should be off. Like, you should – the Nuggets' offense and defense, frankly, is completely different with Aaron Gordon in there. Not only is he a guy who plays the dunker spot, which is the lower block, but he's a great shooter now, too. Like, he can really shoot that thing. So you do not want to go and trade Aaron Gordon, for example. But again, like you said, you have to start making some moves. I think, obviously, Cameron Johnson, Christian Brown are the two. And if you had one that you wanted to move, it would be Christian Brown. I did want to go point out one thing, because we all talked about Payton Watson, right, about his numbers, about how valuable he is, why he should be on the team next year. And to your point, why Christian Brown was offered the money that he got rather than Payton Watson. Well, last year, okay, we're not talking about this year. We're talking about last year. Both guys could have been signed. At the time, Christian Brown was averaging over 15 points a game. He was shooting 39%, almost 40% from downtown, averaging more than 5 rebounds. If you looked at those numbers alone, compared to Payton Watson's number last year, averaged 8.1 points a game, just over 8 points a game. He was shooting 35% from 3, but he only had 3 rebounds, but scored an average only 8 points a game. 8 points compared to 15 points. Who are you going to sign? You're going to sign a guy with 15 points, right? Christian Brown, okay. Now,
what
we'll
can
take a look.
Brown do for you?
Well, Brown, apparently, he could do a lot then, not a lot now. Because this year,
He's the leader, dog.
hey, man, he got to be more vocal. He focused on being more vocal and then focused on scoring because his scoring went down. Only averaged 12 points a game this year, right? Payton Watson, on the other hand, averaged almost 15 points a game. That's the difference this season. And, oh, by the way, when you look at the opportunities that are available to knock down three-pointers, you're going to get your chances with Jokic on offense.
Oh, yeah.
Christian Brown only shot 30%. And that's the reason why everybody wants to trade him.
Dude, he was so in his head by the end of that Timberwolves series. He got a ball in the lane.
It was a tie game.
And just dribbled it out. Like, nah, I'm cool. Somebody else want to take
Oh,
this?
yeah. And you saw the bench? Remember that? You saw the
Yeah.
bench like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like. So, yeah, there's a lot of areas where it needs to be improved. I think it's a little bit – we could look at this and be like, push it off as nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's just challenging the front office. How many opportunities do you need to sign this type of deal? And each year it's kind of like, nah, I'm cool. I'll wait. Like, yeah, like you can make the most here. I'm good. I'll wait. That's starting to become a problem. I
It
think.
is.
Bex, what do you think, dude?
About Jokic?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, not good, obviously. I think he's applying pressure on the Nuggets organization really for the first time, some serious pressure to do some things this summer, and that's new.
So what type of things do you mean? Does that mean they have to do everything in their power to try and acquire a guy like Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, to make some moves, to be active. I mean, to not lose in the first round to Minnesota again. Jaylen Brown, something big, I think. He's expecting something, and that's why he's holding off on this.
The Jaylen Brown one?
Look, man, if it's not working out, you got to do something else.
I think that's a slam dunk move, to be honest with you.
Okay, so Jaylen Brown.
Gordon, maybe
Okay.
even throwing Christian Brown with it.
Okay.
But even if that being said, I like Jamal. I always
do-
have.
I do
I've been a
too.
Jamal defender around here. But if you want to take that next Jaylen Brown's a top 5-6 player in the league, dude. A finals MVP himself. And if you see a move like a blockbuster move in which the Heat, they improved their odds to win a championship by like over half when they signed Giannis or when they traded for Giannis the other day. This type of move would mean you're super serious about getting another championship. And this is a debate that Kyle and I had last week, and I'll get your take on it, is I think, especially in the NBA, I go back to like the Declaration of Independence, right? It's like we hold these truths to be self-evident, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That if you're going to be considered one of the greats of all time in the NBA, you can't have just no championships. You can't have just one. You have to have multiple.
At least two.
In the NBA,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would even say maybe 3 or 4. Look at the greats.
Yep, I think so. It's a different NBA, though. 8 different championships in the last 8 seasons. So it's a different NBA. Parity reigns supreme. The reason why you're seeing LaMelo Ball, for example, being traded from Charlotte to Minnesota is because every team now believes that if we have even a chance, even a hint of a shot to be able to win a championship, well, we just one big move away from being able to do so. So you see more and more teams make these type of moves, these blockbuster moves that, frankly, we haven't really seen before, and more teams are going to do more of these moves, okay? With that, let me ask you another question, though, kind of a retort. Do you believe that Willie Mays is the best baseball player ever, or one of the top baseball players ever?
One of the top.
One of the top, right?
I mean, he's in that discussion for sure.
How many championships he win?
0.
One.
One?
Won one championship. One championship. In the same way that may be what happens with Jokic. And that's the main reason why he has not signed that
Baseball's a
contract
little
extension
bit
yet.
different than the NBA.
It is, but in the NBA, it used to be if you played for the Lakers.
Where would you put Barry Bonds?
Oh, man.
'Cause he's got none.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you what, he was the greatest guy.
Ken Griffey, none.
And
Man.
Willie Mays was his guy growing up, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you
that's
know
who
what?
he wanted to.
Great point with Ken Griffey, too, right? Barry
Yep.
Bonds, you could talk about the whole steroid deal, whatever. He was just dominant, right? Same thing with Ken Griffey Jr., except for the steroids, obviously, but he was just dominant. Injuries derailed his career when he went to Cincinnati. In the NBA, to your point, though, in the NBA
Just
specifically.
think of the players that we're talking about.
Right, yeah, specifically.
Jordan,
Mhm.
Kobe, Shaq, Magic, Bird. They all have 3+.
Yes. Well, but how about we put
Steph Curry.
let's put Akeem in that too, because Akeem had 2 championships back to back, and we can't say that he wasn't dominant. Went to 3 finals, won back-to-back championships. He was a dog. So you got to put him in there too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put Akeem in there?
No, I would.
Okay,
I'm
whoa,
just
boy.
saying- I'm saying
Whoa,
he's
but we got-
also the beneficiary of Michael Jordan deciding to wanted to play baseball for about
Somebody got to
18
win him.
months.
Somebody had to win him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And listen, dude, I think Hakeem's unbelievable. If I'm Victor Wembanyama, I'm calling that dude. Teach me something.
Mm-hmm.
Show me how to play with my back to the basket.
Oh my God.
Show me the dream shake. I'm calling Magic. I'm calling Kareem. I'm trying to get – because he has that ability, and he hasn't even kind of scratched that surface yet as far as the type of player he could be.
He doesn't
But
even
yeah,
go-
Hakeem's definitely in that conversation. dude.
See, Whitby doesn't need to go to Akeem. Whitby just needs to go down the street, knock on the door of one Tim Duncan, and say, "Hey, meet me in the gym."
Dude, if I'm that player, I'm calling the Admiral. I'm calling the big fundamental. I'm calling everybody. And he's got that type of drive, and I think that's what's scary is like he's already that good now. If he adds that portion to his game,
Be unstoppable. He'll be unstoppable.
Watch
He
out.
would be. He would be unstoppable.
And when he grows into his body a little bit, still looks like he's wearing shoes that are like 3 times too big. You know what
Slim
I mean?
Jim.
Yeah.
But to that point, that's the reason why. When you look at Jokic not signing that extension just yet. I mean, he has a player option, but he's not going to take that player option. He hasn't signed that extension yet. The next contract he signs most likely will be it for his career. Do you think that'll be it? Right? This is a 4-year deal. So let's say 4-year deal, he picks up his player option in 2027, 2028 season, okay? So let's say he signs it. That means it will go all the way to the 32 season. He's 31 not right now. Do the math. It'd be what, 36, 37?
You can play for a while, though,
You can play
nowadays.
for a while.
You play for a while.
And then after that, hey, at 37, you have all the money you need, unless if he wants to play until he's 40. That's it. So this next contract he signs most likely will dictate which team he will finish his career with. And he said he wanted to finish it with the Nuggets. He's doing the right thing by not signing it right now. And it's up to the front office, as limited as they are right now, as limited of the pieces they have. They got to find a way how to be flexible and put a better team around him so they can be contenders.
Listen, I want to bounce something off you guys as we get a break, and we'll start the next segment with it, all right? Could the Nuggets flip the script and say he's available now? Justin, Bex, you and I, we all discuss next.
The blue line is back. The Colorado Avalanche have re-signed defensemen Brett Kulak and Brent Burns. Kulak, the steady shutdown force who locked it down on the back end upon arrival from Pittsburgh last season. And the ageless Burns back for his 23rd season in the middle of an Ironman streak. Now with draft picks in hand and more cap space to play with, what's next as Joe Sakic tries to fill out the roster? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. I have known the Rocks team for years. They have serviced my own house. Right now, out-of-state private equity corporations are buying local HVAC companies, providing higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. When it comes to your heating and cooling needs, go with the local Colorado team I know and trust. ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes...
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg that the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Don't miss the Tree Farm's Array of Tree Sale, now through July 14th. See what's on sale at thetreefarm.com. Choose from flowering trees, fruit trees, evergreen trees, trees for narrow spaces, windbreaks, and privacy screens. Or add color to your yard with ornamental trees, flowering shrubs, perennials, and more. The Array of Tree Sale, now through July 14th. Come see.
You take I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
If you're practicing real estate in Denver but still not getting the results you want, listen up. Agents who are winning in this market aren't guessing. They've got the right training, the right systems, and the right support. And that's exactly what you get at Weichert Realtors Professionals. Proven strategies to win more listings, technology that keeps you connected anywhere, and coaching that actually helps you close. Take your business to the next level. Call Tim Davis at Weichert Realtors Professionals at 303-302-4000. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home. That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco, banking for everyone.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Kyle Reese and Marcello Romano.
Action round the line. There you go, Bex. That's a summertime song, right?
That's right.
Let's throw that out there on the text line. Best summertime jams. This one is certain. This, a little maybe Otis Redding sitting on the dock of the bay.
Come on, beautiful.
That's the type of stuff I'm looking for. Text line, blow it up. Tell us the best summertime jams. And we'll read those off to you as well. It's the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. You also can get involved on the YouTube chat, powered by Champ Honda. It's Justin Adams in for Kyle Reese this morning. Alex Becker doing his thing. Listen, we spent a majority, actually the entire first segment, talking about the Nikola Jokic news that kind of broke yesterday. I don't know if it's breaking that he's going to wait. You don't have to sign nothing. Nobody's forcing him to do so. Is it a pressure move that he's putting on the organization? So going into the break, I threw it back. Let's flip this on top of itself, Justin.
Okay.
If he's going to put pressure on the organization, could the organization just flip the script and be like, all right, and I know this is all fantasy land, all right, because it's not reality.
Right.
And even in the postseason press conference, Josh Kroenke made it very clear everything's on the table except for Jokic.
Right.
Let's flip the script a little bit, because that's what we do with professional sports, and when we're having these discussions, could you make him available and say, all right, dude, if you're not going to sign it, we got to move forward as an organization. If you're not going to commit to us, we see the writing on the wall. We don't want a Giannis situation either, as much as you don't want it as the player. The Nuggets certainly don't want that as an organization. Would you make him available?
Sure.
And say, what can you get in return, as he's at his height right now, again, averaged a triple-double this past season, if not the best player in the world, certainly in the conversation of that. The haul that you could get back for a guy like Jokic, would you do it?
We're doing fantasy land here, so since we are doing that,
listen,
sure.
man, most people in this, if you're a member of Nuggets Nation, this is laughable to you.
It is laughable, but if we're going to laugh, let's just call it what it is. Then make everybody available. If he's available, then you just have to go and have a fire sale. You trade Jokic first. But again, you have to understand that if you're going to have a fire sale, if you're going to trade everybody, starting with Jokic, then you're going to hurt the type of compensation you can get back in return, because people know that, well, you're going to trade him anyway, so whatever. But if that's what you're going to do, then, yeah, you look at the Giannis type deal, and you say, and here's the thing, you probably could get more than you got with Giannis because Jokic is still in his prime. He's still regarded as one of the best, if not the best player in the NBA.
I'm in my prime.
So prime time. So they go and get everything you can. Get you all those draft picks back because right now you have nothing. Next year, your first-round draft pick is yours if you get picks 1 through 5. The year after, it's yours if it's picks 1 through 5 again. That's it.
So when you're saying if this were a reality, which we know, like, listen, this is sports conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought we were going to be talking about Jokic today anyways when we rolled in this morning, right?
Bingo.
We didn't know that this news was going to break yesterday that he's going to hold off on signing it. So, all right, let's flip it on its head a little bit, and I'm going to sweeten the pot now. You're talking about, like, picks and the overall haul that you could get back for a guy like Jokic.
Yes.
Anthony Edwards for Nikola Jokic, yes or no?
I say no. I say no. I know, but I know he's nice. Don't get me wrong.
Listen, there's
nice.
a reason I'm asking.
I know. But
Connolly, I think, loved Jokic. He built a team that he knew he had to get over in the Denver Nuggets. Now they don't really care about it. You can see that by Naz Reid gone, Julius Randle gone. They're worried about other things. But he loves him some Jokic. And I don't know how much he loves him Anthony Edwards, but those are two superstars. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Would you do it? Swap the players.
And then have no big? This team has no big. I guess, sure. No, I can't, man. I can't do that. The Nuggets are Jokic, man. Anthony Edwards? What, Anthony Edwards and Jamal Murray? That would be awesome. But then who are they going to – who's going to grab the rebound after the brick?
I think you're looking too far into it. I'm just saying. Bex, would you do it?
Oh, no. Like Justin said, the Nuggets are Nikola Jokic.
I think a lot of people here, especially in the Mile High City, think it's sacrilegious to even have that discussion. And I know it's not a reality, but if that were the case and I saw the writing on the wall, like, listen, dude, you don't want to be here anymore. Like, we don't want to have an ending like we saw in Milwaukee, I would say, yeah. Younger?
Yes, younger.
Dude, you're talking about a dude that was on the verge of becoming like the face of the league a couple years ago. Maturity's an issue, I think, still for Anthony Edwards.
Oh, you think?
Mm-hmm.
You think?
Yeah.
With LaMelo now on that roster, you think they both going to mature together?
Yeah,
it's gonna be an exciting team, but
they'll
be playing video games at 3 a.m.
Exactly.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And make sure you keep that dump button ready to go for those two guys. By the way, okay, they haven't really mastered how to be able to do media well. Really quick. Again, everybody will send out different things on X, but here's one from Mike Scotto, Scotto. Nuggets have reportedly considered a major roster shakeup and are willing to listen to trade offers for anyone other on the roster not named Nikola Jokic. I don't think that's really news.
No.
I think we kind of all know that. But he's the NBA insider for a hoops hype. But we kind of all know that. So, to your point, when you say, should the Nuggets go and, would they make a trade with Anthony Edwards? I think that would be interesting. I think if you want to play faster, sure. Just at the end of the day, the offense has been so Jokic-centric that I don't think it would work on a championship level. But if you want to make the trade, sure, go ahead. I just don't think it will work on a championship level. That's all.
So, and that's the end result, is that's what you're trying to get to.
You just want a championship. There's no other reason to make a move.
Does Anthony Edwards win a championship by the time it's all said and done? Does he pass the confetti test to you?
No. They're not a championship contender right now. No, they don't want to win a championship. No, not the way they're presently constructed.
No. I mean, by the time he's done playing, does he have a championship?
If he ends up a Laker, probably. Other than that, no.
Bax?
Yeah, not as it's currently constructed.
I'd
They
agree
still
with
got
you
some ways
there.
to
I'm
go.
just saying.
In his career?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say so. In the next 15 years, I think he gets one. He's what, 23-ish?
He's young.
He's young.
So I think by the time he's 38, he'll have one.
Is it a member of the Denver Nuggets?
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'll take that. I see what you did there. I'll take that.
Would you rather have Anthony Edwards or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown, easy.
Brown.
Easy, Jaylen
Two-way
Brown.
player.
Yeah.
29 points per game.
Easy, Jaylen Brown.
Playoff performer.
No. I take it. Give me Ant-Man, dude.
Over Jaylen Brown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I don't even think it's like a real consideration for me either. Like, yeah,
really?
Why would you take him over Jaylen
dude,
Brown?
he's only scratched the surface of what his talent is. Like, that dude can get so much better. His ceiling to me is better than Brown. I think Brown's closer to that now, but I think his overall ceiling, if he maximized his full potential, he could be pretty damn special, dude.
So you think he could be a Finals MVP?
Anthony Edwards?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'm not saying he's not talented. I mean, he arguably could have been the face of the NBA. There was talk about Anthony Edwards truly being the face of the NBA, and then the immaturity showed up again. And he's nice. Don't get me wrong. He's nice. He could play. Man, he could shoot. He really.
Not me. That's where we differ. But that's what's fun about these conversations, right? It's like, listen.
But can I add one more?
Yeah.
Okay. To your point, Jaylen Brown's 29.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards is 24. So let me go back to how you started this conversation. You have one player who's 24, like you said, hasn't scratched the surface fully of his game. Really hasn't even entered his prime yet. Will not flop. He'll play decent defense.
Oh, yeah.
He'll play defense.
Shoot.
And then on the other side, you look at Jokic, 31, in the middle of his prime, will be exiting his prime in the next couple of years. Amazing player. But if you would say player for player, maybe add a couple of picks on there, Cello. Brother, you make it hard to say no to this one, man.
Fun?
Ooh, you make it hard to say no.
We got to get to a quick break. We get back, we take our Sunday stroll.
The Colorado Avalanche have made a major move.
So we have some breaking news.
The Avs have traded veteran forward Valeri Nichushkin to the Columbus Blue Jackets, ending a 7-year run in burgundy and blue. In return, they get 3 draft picks, giving them 10 total ahead of Friday night's draft. What does this mean for the rest of the offseason? And what additional moves does Super Joe have up his sleeve? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob Biandino here at BeatTheDA.com. My law firm's doing a ton of divorce cases these days. And the bottom line is I see a lot of controlling spouses. They try to control and threaten you with calling the police. They threaten you with taking the kids. But the worst ones are control the money. The ones who control the money, we got to get to the bottom of. We got the investigators, we got the forensic guys, we got the experts, the bank guys. They can go find and track whatever's hidden. At the end of the day, hit me up at BeatTheDA.com or 720-706-5151.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level.
That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
My father started Williams Jewelers in 1947 as a humble little neighborhood jewelry shop, and I opened our Cherry Creek North store in 1973. I'm Bruce Williams.
And I'm Michelle Williams. I literally grew up here in the jewelry business, grading diamonds and gemstones and designing custom jewelry for families just like yours.
Here at Williams Jewelers, you'll find our curated collections, including Hearts on Fire, Lake of Bahar, Sloan Street, Mastaloni pearls, and dozens more.
And a diamond and bridal department with the latest engagement ring styles and wedding bands from Tacori, A. Jaffe, and Gabriel & Company.
Add to that Tag Heuer sporting watches and pre-owned Rolex timepieces, all at the guaranteed best prices in Colorado.
At Williams Jewelers, we're proudly old school Cherry Creek North, where people and sweet puppies are always welcome.
And where you'll always be treated just like our father would.
Like family.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
The weekend is upon us, and we're here to walk you through today's top headlines. So lace up and join Kyle, Reese, and Marcello Romano on this week's Sunday Stroll.
All right, fan weekends. This time of the show, we go take a Sunday stroll. No Kyle Reese. He's over in the islands, man. He's over on the islands, brah.
Jamaica.
No, just Hawaii, I think.
Oh.
043. Participate on the YouTube chat presented or powered by Sean Ponda. Question of the day, summertime jams. Would you consider this one? This one of Kyle's favorite songs, I think. This one playing right now. You know what movie this is from?
No, which one?
Mannequin.
How did I know that?
Remember Mannequin?
I do remember Mannequin.
Good movie.
What's wrong with me, man?
Good movie.
Early in the morning. Best summertime jam. Summertime. Will Smith. Easy.
That's a good one.
Easy money.
I would submit the Dove Shack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Played that on this show before, but yeah, that's a great summertime jam. So go ahead and get involved with the show. Give us yours on the romaslaw.com text line. And as we stroll around, would you be a guy that would report somebody in your neighborhood if it didn't look good?
What do you mean?
Would you call the HOA on them? Would you leave a note on somebody's door or car if they didn't park right, or if their front yard wasn't looking great?
No.
Are you that guy?
No. I do what my parents did.
If those
just
weeds
move.
were a little bit too long for you.
Yeah, you haven't mowed in a while.
Man. You know what? I would be the type, honestly, that I would actually help out mow the lawn. You know, because I'm a giver, right? If you didn't pay attention to that, brother, I'm gonna blast you on Facebook, man. That's what everybody does.
You ever seen Bulletproof with Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans?
Yes.
I wouldn't kill the bull. I'd teach the bull how to read. I'd bring him home from school. That's because the guy that you're filling in for said he would, if need be, anonymously reach out to the HOA and flag a neighbor for,
No, man.
Yeah,
you don't do this to old, Kevin Durant.
Man.
Burner account. No. I want to be front facing. I want my name on everything.
If you had a problem with, you go straight up to the.
I'll walk up to the door.
All right.
Knock on the door, man. Brother, get your stuff together. What we doing?
We spent a lot of time talking about the Nuggets and Nikola Jokic. You're wearing your Rockies stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a believer?
I'm a believer.
Listen, I've said it all year long. They're not going to lose 100 games. They're not going to lose 100 games. I don't know what I think they have to win because they lost the opening one against Minnesota, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they won yesterday. So I think they have to win 30 games the remainder of the year to avoid the 100 loss.
Yes.
Mark.
Yes. They could do it.
Easy,
I believe.
right?
I believe in them. They could do it, man.
Easy, right?
I say not the Nuggets, but the Rockies will lose 95 games. And you know
wow,
what we call that?
You're even ahead of me.
We call that progress.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they won 43 games last year?
Was it 43 or was it 42?
43 and 119.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you only win 43 games in baseball?
They've already won 33 this year.
I think they're on pace right now for 98 losses. So we're on track to not lose 100.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Which is pathetic, right?
It really is.
That's what we're happy about. It's like, dude, they lost 323 games over a 3-year stretch. They lost 100 games 3 years in a row. Let's just avoid that. That's how pathetic it got.
Right.
But the future does look bright.
It does. Now, Hunter Goodman is mashing every ball that he sees right now. Had 3 home runs last night against the Twins in that W. He has the second most home runs, Major League Baseball, 25. Trade bait. Would you trade him? Or would you keep him and say, hey, here's a centerpiece that we could build around?
How old is Goodman?
Oh, good question.
That one's starting to look like I like that piece. I don't
26.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't trade somebody who's 26.
What are you going to get in return that's going to be able to do what he's doing there? Like, this is... No, I keep him. He's a keeper.
You finally get a catcher in franchise history that can hit and hit for power.
Yeah.
I think you got to, build for the future.
You must
with
be
him.
forgetting Bobby Estalella.
Steroids, huh? That's
You must be forgetting Joe Girardi.
They can't hit like Hunter Goodman.
I know. I'm messing with you.
You're going to throw Yorvi Torrealba next?
There's another one.
Yorvin.
You must be forgetting Chris Iannetta.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I like this is a fun time that you can go down memory lane with the Rockies. But no, I keep Goodman. You?
No, yeah, you keep Goodman. Unless you want Elias Diaz to come back. That would be awesome. Well, how about Tony
be
Walters?
An all-star MVP.
Hey, I heard Tony Walters is available these days. How about him? Or maybe you could get William Rosario, a guy who has great power but can't catch the ball, which is probably important if you are a catcher to actually catch the ball.
When that's the name of the position, you probably ought to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Christian Brown, shooting guard.
Yes. Yeah, like when you play that position, you should be able to do what it's labeled. Just
small things in life. That might be.
It's at least entertaining baseball this year. And that at some point or another, and I brought this up last week, is can we get a little bit of a streak going instead of like win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 3? Like, can we get on like the momentum that should have been built off of that comeback win against the Red Sox the other night, where they ended the game on with 8 straight hits, which is ridiculous at any level of baseball. Like, when can we parlay that into like, damn, dude, they won 5, 6 in a row? Ain't happening.
We'll just take baby steps. We're okay with a 3-game winning streak. How about just 2? Just win 2. Just do 2 in a row.
It takes.
Lose the other one.
Call that a streak, boys.
That's right.
Call that a streak.
Hey, right. Hey, just needle and thread, man. Just do it paper cuts, right? We don't want big winning streaks, just with paper cuts. We'll say 2-game winning streaks ever so often, all right? It's a lot better than last year because they had like 1 win and like 8 losses in a row.
I know. Yeah.
It's bad.
All right, are you? You're not a big soccer guy, are you? Or are
I've
you?
started to be.
Just because of this World Cup?
Just because of the World Cup. Frankly, because of the World Cup.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else to watch. So, yes.
It'll get us to training camp.
That's the main thing.
The World Cup final is on July 19th, and I think training camp starts the following week.
Yeah.
So
players report on the 22nd.
We're lucky this year. And you have the Rockies playing a little bit more of an entertaining brand of baseball, so it's not the regular June into July swoon that we're known for. I had Drew Spivak on Freshly Graded the other day, and I asked him, what's the height that this men's national team can get to in this World Cup?
Ooh.
What would you say?
They could get to the, I was going to say Elite 8. I won't say the semifinals. That's tough, but to beat Spain. I think they could win against Bosnia. I won't say I think. They will beat Bosnia.
They should.
They will beat Bosnia on Wednesday night, and will make it very, very close against Spain, but lose there by a goal.
Spain would be who they would play in the round of 16. Is that?
So that's your quarters. That's your quarterfinals there.
What do you think, Bex?
Round of 16. I don't see them getting past Spain in that round. I think that's
didn't Spain tie like
they tied Cape Verde 0-0 in their first match. They did outshoot them like 27-6, but I just they don't have the talent that Spain has. I mean, it's not close.
Well, yeah, Spain beat Uruguay 1-0, and then Saudi Arabia 4-0. So Good luck.
I think they could get past them, dude.
You really do?
Yeah.
Beat Spain? That'd be awesome. They're not a bad team. Like, really, U.S., come on now. We're looking pretty good out there.
The only thing that's concerning is, and we'll find out what happens when we watch them play on Wednesday night. To reveal what Drew said is he said he could see them getting to the semis, possibly even to the World Cup final.
Really?
Final.
Really? There's some teams out there, man, that'd be hard.
What I'm seeing is they would play Belgium in the round of 16.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Belgium.
Belgium is ranked 10th in FIFA rankings. And don't ask how I know. I did like a huge interview overseas, like World.
You remember that game against Belgium? Was
2014?
It? Yes.
Yeah.
Where Tim Howard was like unbelievable.
He set the record for saves.
Yeah.
You know what? Now thinking about it, I'm with you. I say quarterfinals, right? They could definitely get to the quarterfinals. You could beat Belgium. So you play them, you beat Belgium, and then it'll be either Spain or Portugal, because I don't think Croatia or who's the other team? Austria is going to win out. So, you know what? Now looking at the bracket, this team can get to the semifinal. I'm actually going to talk myself into it.
We get to it. Hour number 2 coming up next.
The blue line is back. The Colorado Avalanche have re-signed defensemen Brett Kulak and Brent Burns. Kulak, the steady shutdown force who locked it down on the back end upon arrival from Pittsburgh last season. And the ageless Burns back for his 23rd season in the middle of an Ironman streak. Now with draft picks in hand and more cap space to play with, what's next as Joe Sakic tries to fill out the roster? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. I have known the Rocks team for years. They have serviced my own house. Right now, out-of-state private equity corporations are buying local HVAC companies, providing higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. When it comes to your heating and cooling needs, go with the local Colorado team I know and trust. ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Every hunt tells a story. Let Ties Taxidermy in Loveland bring yours back to life. Big game, birds, fish skin mounts, and reproduction. Expert detail since 2001. Call 970-669-1119 or visit tiestaxidermy.com.
Tune in Tuesday afternoons for Injury Insights with Zach Bai and Dr. Joseph Ramos to hear the latest injury news on your local teams and around the world of sports. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da!
If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
This summer, all roads lead to Groove Toyota in Inglewood during our Summer on Us sales event. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand, from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. See the selection at GrooveToyota.com. More than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certified. Reserve your vehicle now at GrooveToyota.com. Start here, go anywhere. Offer expires 6/7/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply with approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Kyle Reese and Marcello Romano.
Is that Lil Rob?
Lil Rob.
Summertime jams. Give us yours on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Participate in the show over on the YouTube channel as well. The chat there, presented and powered by Champ Honda. We spent a lot of the first hour talking about the Denver Nuggets and the kind of funky spot they find themselves in now. As Mark Stein reported yesterday, Jokic is in no hurry to sign his deal.
Yep, no need. He wasn't in a hurry to sign it last year. Could have did so. Didn't have it. Hasn't done so yet. He might take all summer in order to sign that contract.
When does it have to be done? Like, does he have another full year to decide on this? Like, listen, when he didn't sign it last year, everyone's like, oh, it's fine. He'll sign it this summer. Now the reports are he ain't no rush to sign it now, whether you believe that's him putting pressure on the organization or not, or however it shakes out. It's something that we weren't expecting to be talking about this today, Justin.
No, and I'm trying to look up that date for you right now.
On when it has to be done?
Yeah, when it has to be done by. Like, is there a deadline where everything has to be done line? I haven't seen it yet, but I will say this, and this is from the Mark Stein piece, the Stein line and everything. That's where the report came from. Said this: Jokic doesn't feel any urgency to sign an extension right now, since the same contract will likely be on the table again next summer.
So, yeah, like that's
And he would get more next summer if he kind of holds off, too.
Or he could go somewhere else. Now, he won't get more going somewhere else. Like, we need to make sure of that because the Nuggets have his bird rights, right? So he wouldn't get more next summer.
No,
he wouldn't get more from another team.
No, he can't. Like, the max amount of money has to come from within.
Just get paid, man. Just make him happy. Make him happy and get paid. Nuggets have a lot of decisions to make, to say the least.
Starting with
Mr. Jokic.
I think their decision is made on him.
Yeah. You want to keep him around. Everyone's contract, and I mean everyone's contract.
The ones that haven't kicked in?
They're all kicking in. Aaron Gordon, $33 million. Here you go. Kicks in next year. Cameron Johnson, he has that $23 million deal. Or he came here with the deal that he had. He's an expiring contract. This will be his last year.
That's intriguing to teams, I believe.
Zeke Naji, $7 million. He has a player option next year for another $7.4. You kind of want to get him off the books as fast as possible, okay? Christian Brown, he goes from making $4.9 last year to $21 million. Your leader, that leader of the team, right? The vocal leader, making that much money. Payton Watson, you have to pay him. And then you have some decisions to make. I think you obviously will keep Deron Holmes. You have 2 team options with him. It is what it is, man. And here's another contract. As you look down the road with this team, Julian Strawther. So there was a piece with The Athletic, and it talked about how the front office with the Nuggets had meetings with Julian Strother saying, you're going to have a bigger part of this team. We need you. One of the main reasons why he's going to have a bigger part of this team is because he's only making $4 million next year.
Wait
There's
a
still
minute.
a team option.
This
that's
is
out there.
something that was like recently reported?
So it was right after the season.
Okay.
Right after the season. I'll look it up. and I'll have
Yeah.
it. But it was right after the season. I remember reading that. And so when you look at guys on this roster and you say, who are the guys that need to step up? One, Julian Strother will definitely have to make sure he steps up. I hope that he has really been put into work this offseason because he's going to be an important player off the bench next year.
Strother?
Julian Strother. Hey, it is what it is. You're looking at the money game that you have right now.
That's what it is.
It is what it is, brother. Just tell it how it is right now. If you don't like it, tough.
I don't know even if he was believing them if they went to him and had that conversation. When? They didn't use him this last year.
All right, so you would believe that either one or two of Christian Brown and Payton Watson, one of those two guys most likely would not be on the roster next year. Do you believe that?
Yeah. No.
Or do you say you bring them both back?
You're not going to be able to deal Christian Brown right now. I'm sorry, dude. Like the way that it played out this year, it's not an intriguing player or contract for somebody to take on.
You tell me
maybe if it's a throw-in with another piece.
Tell me guys don't want somebody who is a 12-point per game scorer, shooting 30% from downtown. You don't want that?
And Christian Brown?
You don't want that?
We didn't even get that here this year.
So bad. So bad.
I don't want to make it sound like we're bashing him because I think he was a fan favorite and nobody had a problem when they signed that deal. He just has not been good since then. And you can go back to this year. Like, listen, the more you think about it, the conversation or the idea of running it back that Josh Kroenke mentioned in his post-season press conference, that there's a likelihood that that's on the table as well. Obviously, it won't ever be identical. But if you're the Nuggets, you're looking at it going, dude, they won how many games this year? 54 games?
Mm-hmm. With all the injuries they had, by the way, too.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm alluding to is they're like, we were an injury-riddled, plagued season. This team still won 54 games, secured the number 3 seed in a tough, competitive Western Conference. What if we were able to stay healthy?
That's my question. See, and that's what I believe. Even though all the reports are saying that the Nuggets are going to break up the core, they're going to make some moves, what happens if you truly just brought everybody back? What happens if you do what the Broncos did, essentially, right? You bring everybody back. But even the Broncos did
Sean
one
don't
thing.
like that.
Well, Sean doesn't like that, but it is what it is. It's what you brought. You brought everybody back. I mean,
I know. There's no other way to describe it, right?
But even with the Broncos, they did one thing, and they made a major trade. Jalen Waddle.
Chaos.
I'm just saying.
Well, they did wait a little bit on that too, so maybe the Nuggets are waiting a little bit to make a move here. I mean, free agency starts Tuesday?
Yep.
Could be an
How
active
much
week.
do you think they are involved in this Jalen Brown discussion?
I think very much so. And I think Aaron Gordon will be one of the guys that will go. I think very, very much so. I really do.
AG gone, who else?
Cam Johnson.
So you would I guess it would be AG, Cam Johnson, and then you're throwing in picks? Because when we were talking about this during the break, I think, Bex, you're the one who said it, like the starting point, at least what reported is, the Celtics are like, hey, we want 4 number 1s.
Well, I mean, it really would have to be pick because that's all you got to give away. So it would be Aaron Gordon, Cameron Johnson, and a pick. But then it would leave you with Jamal Murray at your point, Jaylen Brown as your shooting guard. Then what do you do with Christian Brown? Because he's still on the roster.
Oh, he's a role player.
Role player making how much money?
We knew that when he signed it.
$21 million?
What did we think he was going to become? Like anything more than like
I thought he was going to become the vocal leader of this team. That's what I thought. I thought he was going to be the guy.
Here we go. You're funny. I thought once I signed that deal, I'm the leader of the team.
I'm the leader of the team.
I'm the captain now.
But But let's throw it out there because we were throwing out scenarios, right? Let's say you do trade Aaron Gordon, you do trade Cameron Johnson. Here's the one thing. Those are two guys that are 30 years old off your roster. Now you bring Jaylen Brown. We already talked about how he's 29. But you do get a finals MVP.
Yeah, and probably one of the top 6, 7 players in the league, right?
Right. Jonas Valanciunas most likely won't come back.
Gone.
He's gone. So he gone. You start Zeke Naji. You have a big hole now. What? No, you start Peyton Watson because then you resign Peyton Watson. So Peyton Watson will then be your power forward, your small forward.
Like a stretch 4.
And then Julius Strawther will have to find his way into this lineup somewhere. Because would you start Julius Strawther over Christian Brown? Just under the scenario.
Not take my leader off the floor.
Your vocal leader, sir. Your vocal leader.
The guy who's going to have my team ready to go night in and night out? No way, dude.
And fumble the ball in the process?
Yeah.
Of course.
Turn down a layup just to dribble it out.
Can't shoot, can't dribble, but guys look up to him.
Now we're just being mean. Now that's but listen, you go back to the championship run and then even just different times that. I just got it on the text line here. Christian Brown is absolutely terrible. I would cringe when he touched the ball. Not this fan's favorite. Now we say that. Now we have a problem with it. But when they were winning a championship in his rookie season and it looked like, wow, man, they're just scratching the surface of what this guy could be. I think we're giving Christian Brown a bit of a hard shake because of the way it looked since he signed that deal.
Well, so he had an ankle injury, high ankle sprain. That's one of the
he missed most of December,
yeah,
right?
He was out because of that. Okay, he probably came back sooner than he should have. A lot of athletes come back sooner than they should. They feel sort of good, and then it's like, okay, I'll come back. Peyton Watson didn't come back, by the way. He had a couple of re-injured his hamstring several times, a couple of setbacks, but I mean, if you trade Aaron Gordon, if you trade Cameron Johnson away, then just to get Jaylen Brown, you will miss shooting, you will miss size. Could you get better defensively? I don't think you could say. I would say better defensively, but could you put enough defense around to where Jokic is only the bad defender out there?
He needs to be better in that area, dude.
Well, but there's a lot of things he needs to be better at defensively.
Well, listen, do you believe that Nikola Jokic has good chemistry with the guys that are on this roster now?
Yes. I believe he can have good chemistry with.
So what pressure is he putting on the organization by not signing that deal? Because who's most likely to go? The guy that he probably has the most chemistry with in Jamal Murray, and secondarily, his chemistry with Aaron Gordon is unbelievable, dude.
It would surprise me if. It wouldn't surprise me if Aaron Gordon or Cameron Johnson gets traded. It would hurt if Aaron Gordon gets traded. Cameron Johnson wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. It would surprise you if the vocal leader, Christian Brown, gets traded. But if Jamal Murray gets traded, that's the one. That's the one where I'm like, man, that's wow. For him to get traded, that would be huge. But
you could argue that he's the most valuable trade piece that they have right now.
Okay, well then let's play the game then. Because we played it earlier. You said Jokic for Anthony Edwards. Would you trade Jamal Murray for Anthony Edwards?
Hell yeah.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
And I love Jamal.
Okay.
I'm not the Jamal hater that a lot of people around here have been.
Well, they're just hating because of what happened.
But hell yes. I wouldn't even have to, before they even hung up the phone, I'd be like, deal's done, dude. Whatever it is.
You say you'll give him a one-way flight?
Yes.
You hook him up that ticket? I'll give you another one then. Here's another contract, just like Jamal Murray. Again, don't let what happened in the playoffs fool you. How about De'Aaron Fox for Jamal Murray?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Probably because I have a bad taste in my mouth the way that it finished for the Spurs. And Dylan Harper should have been on the court more than De'Aaron Fox late in that finals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also De'Aaron Fox dealing with injury. So I have to keep that in mind. But that's probably why it's a recency bias thing. I think we were expecting more from him being the veteran on that team, and they looked like they were probably a little bit better when Dylan Harper was on the floor than De'Aaron Fox.
I say call me crazy, but even with a hurt ankle, you know who didn't have any problems with Jaden McDaniels? De'Aaron Fox. You know who had all the problems with Jaden McDaniels?
Jamal
Murray.
Jamal.
It is what it is, man.
Well, that's another focal point that they're kind of highlighted this offseason is they need better ball handling. It can't just be Jamal.
Right.
Like, especially the way
Titus Jones, for example.
Yeah, like especially the way that the Wolves play him and picking him up at like 75 feet and making him work constantly to where that affects him and like his ability to make shots late in games. He didn't shoot the ball hardly at all in that closeout game, which these two teams that call Ball Arena home, just the way that they ended their seasons is like, I'm still like, what the hell happened? Going into Game 6 that night, I was on the air. Oh, by the way, nobody's playing. Nobody's going to play for Minnesota. Oh, I was like, sweet, slam dunk. They're coming back for Game 7. You didn't not even win that game. You got almost blowed out. Double-digit loss again. Then you have the Avalanche. Oh, we're 8-1 in the postseason. Smooth skating, right? Well, the Knights, we just vanquished the Wild. That's going to be the toughest opponent this offseason before they get to a Stanley Cup final. Boom, 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 4 straight. Done.
Remember after the game 1, what Nathan McKinnon said? That was just kind of a nothing game. No flow. Just really a nothing game.
You know what else he said going into the series? I see a 6 or 7 gamer. It's a tough one. What? On paper, it was like, even without Cale Makar, you guys should beat that team.
Let's go down the road. Which one was more embarrassing? Out of those two teams out of Ball Arena, which one was more embarrassing?
The Avalanche.
Really?
Yes. Dude, they were the best team all year. They were the odds-on favorite to win the Cup. And they didn't get a game. They didn't even get a game in the conference finals. You know how silly that is? It's crazy.
Well, see you later.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is. Hey, have a good summer. Speaking of which, we did put out the question, by the way. What is the best summertime music? Just let us know on the text line. We'll actually play it coming out of a break. You let us know which is the favorite song. I would agree with you because it's easy to say Nuggets, but you kind of looked and say, was this really a championship team? They were dealing with a lot of injuries themselves. Aaron Gordon, Payton Watson. Was this a team that could really win the title? And you looked and said, you hope, but no. And I know Anthony Edwards was out, but this team still didn't look right. Nikola Jokic, honestly,
no, that was
look
based
right.
on like a lot of things have to go your way, and yeah, you said hope,
right?
When you can wish in one hand and poo in the other, and see which fills up first, right?
Poo in the other hand. Is that what you do?
Poo in the other
poo
hand.
In the other hand. That's what I do. To your point with the Avalanche, who we haven't talked a lot about today, Valery Nichushkin got traded, by the way.
Yes. And then they signed Kulak and Burns.
Burns is 23 years. Did I read that right?
Right. He's played
the
played
Iron
1,000
Man.
plus games.
Lord
now.
have mercy.
No
The
cup
Iron Man.
still looking for that first cup.
Hey, you still anytime you have
You know what's sad is he was one of the better players in that series too.
I saw when they
really was.
re-signed him, everyone or a few people were like, "Well, Ray Bourque didn't win a cup in his first year with the Avs. It was his second year." I don't know if there's any parallels there, but something to think about.
I would like to see it. I think everybody would like to see it, but you can't have what you did in the Western Conference Final. You can't play that way and think it's going to happen. Poo in your hand. Yeah, they were really bad.
Yeah.
They were terrible. I mean, it was one of those series where you look and they were up 1-0, and you just had in game 2. Remember in game 2, third period, you just had a feeling that I was like, they're going to find a way to lose this game, aren't they?
They had like a 2-minute lapse, and it was like, boom,
done. 2-1 before you do it, and then the turnover, Taves, the turnover in his own zone.
Yeah, that ain't his fault, though.
I know, but
Brock Nelson is pirouetting around in front of him. Like, get the hell out of the way. He's trying to
clear the puck.
And then in game 1 where the silent assassin took Brock Nelson out? Nobody's around him. He has the puck. He just went down. 13 seconds later, goal scored.
Yep.
Like, talk about, like, when stuff like that happens, like, what the hell? Somebody pissed off the hockey gods, dude. What was he doing?
I don't know.
And then he was a complete ghost for the rest of basically the postseason, but certainly in that series.
Brock Nelson was. Marty Necas was. Necas did have a really good play in game 3, but who cares? You didn't win the game. You were up, 3-0 in game 3, gave that up immediately?
Not even 4 minutes into the second period. they had 2 goals. All the momentum that you had just wiped away.
What's interesting, though, is you see the moves that's been made by the Avalanche. Avalanche have been making moves. Joe Sakic got that job back. Wasn't too happy about it. Immediately went to make moves, shed salary, do whatever he has to do. On the other side, you look at the Nuggets, and it is a ghost town over there. You hear reports. Your reports they're going to change the core.
Look at the tone and tenor in both of their postseason press conferences, though, too.
Good call.
There's very deflective from the Nuggets stance where the Avalanche were accountable. Like, hey, it's not good enough, dude. Like, everything. I mean, you could say he's like, it was working all year until the 1 week it didn't work, and we picked the wrong time to have that happen. I love the way that they kind of approach it. I love the way that Jared Bednar is like, listen, dude, I wouldn't have it any other way. I know there's pressure on me to win a Stanley Cup, and it's not easy to do, but I welcome the challenge. He's going into a season with an uncertain future, right? Like, I don't think they're going to extend him. They're going to do, I think, a prove it to me here.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't go off well, then maybe you see a midseason change. But I think I don't think he should have been fired. I thought he was going to get fired.
I did too.
Especially because you lost and you got swept.
But especially in a series.
I put more of the onus on the guys out on the ice. They didn't play up to the level of expectation. And how many times after the games in that conference final did we heard the players even go, we didn't execute what was told to us. There was a plan. We didn't execute it.
Is that really what happened with the Avs for the last 4 years? Like Nichushkin, I would say Nichushkin solely gave away 2.
It's so crazy that you say that.
Stanley Cup chances.
How different it is now. Like, and now he's shipped off because he just wasn't producing at that level, right?
It is. Bye.
But that was the excuse those 2 seasons where he kind of went MIA. It was like, man, if we have Nichushkin, they're probably Stanley Cup champions again at one point.
You had one series, I believe it was 24, where he was leading the NHL in goals scored. He was leading hockey in the postseason in goals scored and then vanished.
This is a year they beat was it
that was the
Winnipeg?
year they lost to Dallas 6. They lost to Dallas 6 in the second round.
Well, who'd they
beat Winnipeg in the first round.
They beat Winnipeg in the first round, yeah.
That's the one I'm
and
talking about.
they were actually they didn't have home ice in that one.
Well, Winnipeg was that the year that they were President's Trophy winners?
Right.
Yeah.
It was like Georgie was struggling down the stretch, and he actually played well versus Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm. Oh, George.
Yeah.
Georgiev.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Wow, forgot that guy. But to your point, this is the difference between the Avalanche and the Nuggets. Avalanche, same building, not same structure where you talk about contracts and everything, right? Because that's one main reason why you can't make as many moves as you want. But man, the Avalanche, Georgiev's not doing it between the pipes. Okay, let's make a move ASAP. And that's exactly what they did. Hey, we're tired of losing. We were in the Stanley Cup final or the Western Conference final, got swept. We're making changes. Nuggets, on the other hand, we get knocked out in the first round without Ant Edwards, who you want to trade for?
I did, dude. Don't put me there. I brought up a scenario.
Of course.
That's the problem when you bring these things up. Is they feel like, oh, you're like, it's not a reality. I'm just saying.
I know. It's fun. It's fun.
I'm going to be known for that now.
Don't push
like,
these.
Yes. Go ding dong on me like that.
But you trade.
I'll be in the Marillac camp.
There you go. It's not a bad camp to be in.
Well, when it comes to Jokic.
That is.
Yes, it is.
But the Nuggets are doing nothing right now. And it's going to get to the point where you have to make a move because free agency started. And so you can sign Payton Watson, but somebody has to go. Hopefully it's your vocal leader. Maybe a first-round draft pick attached on with it.
He ain't going.
He ain't going?
He ain't going.
Nobody wants that 12 points a game
I
guy.
know a lot of organizations would love to have a leader of their squad, a vocal leader who gets their guys ready to go. But it's just you have to work on that stock. You're gonna have to reinvest that stock.
Quickly, this is a great article here from Hoops High. So talking about guys who would potentially go for the Denver Nuggets because they obviously have to make some moves. They don't have enough money, all right? Cam Johnson, okay, he has drawn trade interest from several teams, including the Los Angeles Lakers, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat, Clippers, Orlando Magic, okay? This is the reason why I say if you're going to make a trade, it would be the Boston Celtics, and it would be with Jaylen Brown. You could put Cam Johnson's contract. Here's another part of the article that say that, ironically, the Boston Celtics, they are keeping tabs on Aaron Gordon from afar. So you have Cam Johnson in that contract. You have Aaron Gordon as well. You have Jaylen Brown, who's not happy, streaming, talking about it all the time. He's also not happy with Stephen A. Smith, too. I think that's a lot of people. But you could put those two together.
Are you happy with Stephen A. Smith?
I mean, I'll be happy if I had his money.
Jaylen Brown called him Stephen B, Stephen C, Stephen.
You put those two guys together, you get Jaylen Brown. Let's say you do that, and you attach a first-round pick because Boston, for some reason, just loves those. Would you be happy? Would that be a good offseason for the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah.
So you'll be that'll be enough.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, gone.
I wouldn't be happy to see AG go.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be a little sad to see that. But listen, if you got that player in return, a top 5, 6, 7 player in the NBA, a guy who's won an NBA Finals MVP as well, yeah, I'm good with that, dude.
Nuggets right now have the 7th best odds to win the championship. If they make that trade, where do you put them?
4.
Okay. Behind who? OKC?
Mm-hmm. San Antonio. Miami. I don't know. Where did Miami get to after that?
Miami was 6, so Miami was just ahead of the Nuggets right now.
Who else is ahead of them? The Knicks?
Knicks.
That ain't happening. I mean, they were a team of destiny, but they ain't repeating.
Okay, so the Nuggets would, with that trade, they'll be better. So they would be better than right behind OKC, San Antonio. Let me ask this. How about this? Let's put out to the text line. If the Denver Nuggets right now, if they traded Aaron Gordon and Cam Johnson for Jaylen Brown, where would they stand in the NBA? Let us know on the text line. We'll talk about it next.
Well, coming up, doing that right after this.
The Colorado Avalanche have made a major move.
So we have some breaking news.
The Avs have traded veteran forward Valeri Nichushkin to the Columbus Blue Jackets, ending a 7-year run in burgundy and blue. In return, they get 3 draft picks, giving them 10 total ahead of Friday night's draft. What does this mean for the rest of the offseason? And what additional moves does Super Joe have up his sleeve? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sinks overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
It's home selling season. And what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Low ball offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with an Orchard agent. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale. Their local agents help you sell on market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then, once you're settled in, your Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one customer said. I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing, which was amazing. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. And when it comes to your internet, you want the most intelligent. And that's what they provide. The most intelligent Wi-Fi that can hunt down and fix problems. Reliability, well, you want the most reliable Wi-Fi for streaming, gaming, working from home, and coverage that goes wall to wall in your home. How about security? Wi-Fi that's security blanket for your network and reliability. Fiber-powered network with 99.99% reliability. Built for speed so you can run multiple devices at once, and Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home tie and work together. Consistency, you can lock in 5 years of predictability. 5 years, the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi with our best equipment. Plus, you can get online with minutes, same-day Wi-Fi. Hey man, that's the price lock guarantee. 5 years, same price, no contracts, no commitments. It's all included. Everything you need, including the data and equipment, the most reliable Wi-Fi. That's Xfinity, guys. Imagine that.
For 3, The Fan presents Kyle Reese and Marcello Romano.
Yeah, Bex. Have you ever seen this movie?
Dude, I don't get a chance to see a lot of movies.
You?
Yeah. Long time ago, but yeah.
You've never seen Grease? I guess it's
you know what I'm disappointed
going to
in?
have you fill in for Kyle. That
No,
would
no,
be
no,
the
no, no.
appropriate answer is like, nah, I haven't seen it.
You know what's disappointing? Is I've seen Grease.
Did you not know that this was
I
from
did not
Greece?
realize this was from Greece. That's the issue. What is wrong with me today? I'm so. Look, this is what happened. Okay, I'll call it this. When I saw the Jokic news, my mind gets fried. Because I'm like, I don't want to see bad basketball again. I don't want to see the Nuggets where Nene is the best player on your team again. Do you want to see that? I can't think about summertime when I'm thinking about that information, where Rashawn Leonard is on your team.
I love Rashawn Leonard, man.
Vo?
He's a great shooter.
He was
Three-point
all right.
contest champ.
He did win a three-point contest. The only good thing he did for the
Good
Nuggets.
shooter.
So, yes, my mind's a little fried.
Who's
because
the
of that.
best shooter the Nuggets have ever had?
Oh, Mahmoud
Oh.
Abdul-Rauf. Easily.
JR is up there?
Jarrett was probably the most erratic good shooter they ever had. Because he would just throw up stuff that you'd be like, no way, that's going in. Really? That went in?
It is probably Mahmoud,
Yeah.
but there's other guys that you could probably. You remember Brian Stith?
Yes.
Decent shooter. They had Dale Ellis for a short time.
They did.
Was a marksman
Mm-hmm.
as well. But yeah, you're right. It's probably Mahmoud.
Mahmoud was a bad boy, man. He was just
team, the '94 team with Mutombo and
LaFonso Ellis. I will always say this: if LaFonso Ellis doesn't get hurt, because he got hurt in the offseason, if he doesn't hurt his knee, this team would have been. They had the pieces to be really, really good. Like really, really good. They had it all put together. Rodney Rogers was on the squad.
R.I.P. Right? He passed away.
Passed away. Same as Bison Dele.
Yeah,
he passed away.
Brian Williams.
Yep, Brian Williams. Mm-hmm. They had a team, man. And if you look back, actually, when they beat Seattle to become the first 8 seed to be a number 1 seed, it was Brian Williams, known as Bryson Daly as well, who was the guy who really helped out the team. Off the bench was just dominant. Again, that's a team that pushed Utah to 7, lost the first 3. All they needed was a better fourth quarter, a way better fourth quarter, and they win that series. And they go up against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, man, if things would have just stayed together, they would have been able to do something. And that's the reason why, when you read reports like Jokic not signed his extension yet, That's why it hurts so much, because we've all lived through that. We've lived through seeing this team beat so bad.
Win 17 games in a season.
And not get LeBron. We almost didn't get Carmelo. If Detroit didn't make that decision to get Darko, can you imagine if the Nuggets would have – that would have been like full-on Nuggets. That's Nug life to a T.
Well, yeah, because we had the Skeetishvilis. We had we took Rafe LaFrentz.
Yeah, man. And we could have had Vince Carter.
Wow.
I would never forget that. I would never forget that one. Did you know that, by the way, Bex?
Yeah. Well, the Darko Milicic?
No.
Oh, the Vince Carter.
I'm talking about the Vince Carter.
No.
Take a look at the 1998 NBA draft.
Okay.
Just take a look at that for a little bit. Because the Nuggets, with Antonio McDyess, Nick Van Exel on the roster, they had some good guys. Or even Tracy McGrady. Didn't get neither of those guys. Could have had Steve
They
Nash.
ended up playing together.
Could have had Kobe Bryant. There's a lot of moves this team could have made. Didn't make any.
You remember when they, I think when they drafted Mamadou?
Mamadou Njai?
Mamadou Ndikwe or whatever.
Ndikwe.
And Dan also said, ain't nobody block shots like your Mamadou. Those are the type of deals that were made.
Yeah, right. So, yeah.
Antoine Jameson.
There you go.
Vince Carter.
Yep.
Dirk. Paul Pierce.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Bonzi Wells would have been better. Keep it going. Oh, it's bad.
Not good, dude.
Oh, man.
Just not good.
Hey, we did pick up Tyronn Lue with the 23rd pick.
He didn't play here. Right? I mean, that's when we had, like, back then we had Jalen Rose.
Yep.
He was a draft pick before getting shipped off. And, they made a lot of bad decisions. That's why they ended up the place that they're at. We don't expect anything similar to happen in any time soon. But we do have the news that Nikola Jokic is in no hurry to sign his extension. And is that in order to put pressure on the organization? We'll see what happens when does free agency actually begin? Is that this coming week?
You said Tuesday, right, Bex?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see that play out a bit. We spent some time on Justin's Rockies, our Rockies a little bit, as they won't lose 100 games. But we haven't really dove into a lot of Broncos stuff, which we'll do for sure. And I don't know what will be in this next segment. Next segment is I don't know if you're familiar with this, Justin.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's the new hottest segment in Denver radio. It's Alex has questions, we have answers.
You're dang
we'll
right
do that.
I can't wait for that. Let's do it.
That we will do in the next segment. But as we round this one out, I do want to kind of finish up the Nuggets discussion, because ultimately Nikola Jokic isn't going anywhere. Right? Are we secure in that statement? You're smirking at me now as if you don't believe that's the truth.
This time
he don't believe.
I don't believe, man. I don't believe. This time
you believe?
No, I don't believe, Prime. This time last year I would have said there's no way he's leaving. Absolutely no way he leaves. That door's starting to open. It's ajar just a little bit.
He ain't going nowhere. They would have to fumble this up beyond bad.
We just went through the history of the Denver Nuggets and the way that they have fumbled it. We are still talking about this team. If there is one franchise that could fumble it, it would be this franchise. I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not a reality. We saw what happened in Milwaukee this past week, the culmination of a bunch of decisions trying to chase championship after you get one in 2021, and bad decision after bad. They just turned out wrong. It wasn't they were bad decisions initially. They just didn't turn out to be the right ones. And at the end of the day, you had a very disgruntled player, one of the guys who's in the discussion of being one of the best players in the world and in that league, wanting out. He had this past year, it hit heights when it's like, I'm healthy, I can play. They're not playing me. And then they're asking Doc Rivers, hey, Giannis says he's healthy, he can play. Why aren't you playing him? Doc Rivers, he didn't want to lie, so he's like, ugh. I miss my grandkids again, so I'm going to go.
I'm just here to get a check. Pretty much all he did.
So there is a reality aspect to it that could happen and it could turn out badly. I don't see that happening He's a Nugget. He wants to be a Nugget for life. He will be a Nugget for life.
Make the moves to keep him Nugget for life. I will say this, though, as we go to break. Milwaukee, they traded away Drew Holiday in order to get Dame Lillard. He was a part of that trade.
Yeah, chasing championships,
and that was one of the key pieces in order for them to be able to win a championship was having Drew Holiday. For the Nuggets, you're going to make a trade one way or the other. You're going to make a change one way or the other. Just make sure that you are very mindful that you don't trade that key piece that could make your best player successful. Because if you do, then he's going to leave anyway. Just keep that in mind.
I still want to be Nuggets forever.
Of course you do.
All right, Alex, you got questions?
I got questions.
We got answers coming up next.
The blue line is back. The Colorado Avalanche have re-signed defensemen Brett Kulak and Brent Burns. Kulak, the steady shutdown force who locked it down on the back end upon arrival from Pittsburgh last season. And the ageless Burns back for his 23rd season in the middle of an Ironman streak. Now with draft picks in hand and more cap space to play with, what's next as Joe Sakic tries to fill out the roster? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new?
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Kyle Reese and Marcello Romano.
Looking for summertime jams. This is one of them for sure. It's the Dove Shack.
Let it go. Just let it go.
Oh, rider. Listen to her.
My guy. Great choice, man. Great choice.
Justin Adams in for Kyle Reese, who is not on assignment. I think he's on vacation. I'm on vacation. We appreciate you being in here, bud. This time of the show, we do this each and every week. Alex Becker has questions, and we try and answer them to our best ability. Go ahead, Bex. Get us started.
Okay, in the leadoff spot today, in America, the Super Bowl significantly draws more viewership than the World Cup. The Super Bowl draws around 127 million American viewers, while the 2020. However, globally, the World Cup dwarfs the Super Bowl. But hypothetically here, if the U.S. were to make this year's World Cup final, how close do you think it could get to the Super Bowl in terms of viewership?
What did you say the number was for...
So this last Super Bowl was 127.7 million viewers.
It will surpass it. It will surpass it.
Whoa.
Ooh,
And I'll say this, it will actually double it.
Whoa.
It will be the most watched single event in television history. Not television sports history, in television
More than
history.
MASH?
Just a little bit more than MASH.
More than the series finale of MASH?
Or the series finale of Friends. Cosby Show. Just a little bit.
I don't know that it would go that high. I do think it would challenge it. I think it would rival it for sure. It may surpass it because it's not a sporting event here that, man, but if it was the U.S. in a final.
All right, so let's say you have the United States in the final, okay? I'm just going to look at the bracket real quick because I'm thinking of who would be on the other side. So let's say you had the United States in there. Where are they?
But you're just talking about U.S. viewership, right?
Yeah.
122 million.
United States, like globally, the World Cup outdoes the Super Bowl big time.
But
just in U.S.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we did have. Would half be bad? I'm thinking about United States viewership. Actually, I'll stand firm. I will stand firm on that number, and this is why, because with the Super Bowl, yes, it's an event, but it's really like it's your team, right? You have one team. It's the last football game. People gather around. It's all good, but we're talking about a country, and if there's anything we love about the United States is we have pride in our country, man, no matter who you are. So you're telling me that not even the most casual, somebody who doesn't even know about soccer will just say, hey, I want to watch the United States go and win, especially in that type of event?
Dude, could you imagine,
Man, I think there'll be so many people that will watch. I really do.
Just thinking about it, the chances of them playing in a final, I mean.
Well, first of all, it's like silly to even like think about it, but if they got there.
It's possible. It's possible.
Dude.
But they'll have to take on like a France or that would be tough.
I'm not talking about them winning it. Like just
getting
if they
there.
got there, like the amount of because people have Super Bowl parties, they have the watch parties. If the U.S. were to get to a World Cup final, it'd be massive. It'd be silly, dude.
Massive. It would be massive.
Crazy. So yeah, I think it would rival it, and I think maybe even surpass it. That viewer number. You?
I think it would get close. I mean, that's a lot of ground to make up. I don't know if it's going to surpass it, but they've never been in this situation, so we don't know.
But you know what?
We don't know.
You know what upset everybody is finding out about the offsides rules in soccer. Have you seen that? There have been 2 goals that have been called off because somebody had their toe offsides. Their toe.
Well, Ghana had one that was under review yesterday, and they said while he was offsides, he did not impact the play, so they gave the goal.
These rules, man. If someone's toe is offsides, come on, man.
You know what else was funny about the World Cup yesterday? You and I, when we did the drive a couple weeks back, so I was talking about the hydration breaks and how much they bother me.
Right.
There was an English player that went down yesterday, and their athletic trainers roll out, and they're wearing shorts, but they have cleats on. They have cleats on.
Soccer guy.
What are we doing? Like, listen, man, we clown on Jim Harbaugh.
It's like Jim Harbaugh, yeah.
Wearing cleats. What are you doing wearing cleats? But their athletic trainers rolled out with soccer cleats on. Like, I was like, what are we doing, dude?
What?
Don't have to get ready if
hey,
you stay ready.
Watch out. Watch out. You might fall while you're running out to get that injured player. Spray him with that ice, whatever, that you're going to immediately give him treatment with. Watch your feet.
Times of the essence. Got to make sure you get them off.
Unbelievable, man. These hydration. And I grew up playing soccer, so I try and defend it. I'm not a big Premier League guy, but, like, dude, the hydration breaks, your trainers are wearing cleats. What are we doing? Question number 2, Bex.
All right, of the NBA trades made within the last week, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, going to the Miami Heat, probably the most noteworthy as far as star power. Do you think the Miami Heat will win a championship with Giannis?
No. But they'll get to a finals. No, but they'll get to the finals. You look at the Eastern Conference. Who do you have to beat? The Knicks, well, they'll lose Mitchell Robinson, who is a big part of their defense. So, and you can't keep everybody, by the way. Jalen Brunson's not always going to take that pay cut. He wants to get paid.
Who's the best coach in the NBA?
Who is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Spoelstra. Oh yeah, easily.
So then I would say yeah.
They'll get to a
if
championship.
They stay healthy. Listen, dude, you're matching him up with Bam.
And Bam can step out and shoot too. That's the other part.
Baller,
Bam can
dude.
shoot, man.
The mama call him Bam, I'ma call him Bam. Adebayo's a baller.
Mr. 83.
Yes.
I'm gonna let everybody know.
They do need a backcourt though.
They do.
And but yeah, I would say you don't make that move. Pat Riley's notorious for making moves like this, and most of them have panned out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time he's made a move like this, they've won a championship. So, like, you think of the addition of Shaquille O'Neal when Dwayne Wade got that championship. Of course, we know what happened when you got LeBron and Chris Bosh, and you made, the Heatles championships, dude. So, yeah, I'd say they do.
Also just shows you how good the Nuggets were 3 years ago to beat them in 5.
They've been the play-in champs, dude.
I know, man. But
like, they'll finally get some seeding now, and watch out. Spoelstra, I do believe, is the best coach in the league. So you add that piece to it, watch out.
All right, last one here. The new-look Timberwolves no longer look like the team that was built to beat the Nuggets. They're more athletic now as opposed to a more physical and bruising lineup after trading Julius Randle and Naz Reid, but adding LaMelo Ball. How do you see the T-Wolves now as a threat to the Nuggets? Are they still the thorn in their side?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, do tell. Go ahead.
I think Connolly was the architect of that team because he saw what he left here in Denver and was like, hey, that's who we're going to have to get past to win in the Western Conference. Now, things have changed, of course, and I think he's admitting that. And because of those pieces, Naz Reid was a nugget killer, dude. Julius Randle, for like everyone else going down, he played good against the Nuggets in that series. So, yeah, they're going to have their hands full as far as what they have as a backcourt now with Ant and LaMelo, but the size isn't going to be a concern anymore.
I think that the Minnesota Timberwolves could care less about the Nuggets, and they showed it when they beat them in 6. You didn't have Ant. You didn't have DiVincenzo. You still won that game. I think it was like Shannon Brown or Shannon something.
Dude, Ayo Dosunmu didn't even.
Terrence Shannon, who barely gets any minutes, was putting up numbers against
Dosunmu didn't play in that game.
Dosunmu got paid because of
You're
what he
welcome.
did. Yeah, exactly. You're welcome.
welcome.
There you go, Nuggets. See? So you had 3 guys out. 2 of them are now your highest paid players, and now you go trade for LaMelo Ball. So they don't care about that. They want to go and play faster. That's what they want to do. They want to play fast. They have a lob threat now to get the ball up to Rudy Gobert because Rudy can't catch anything, but he can catch lobs. So you now have that. They care less about the Nuggets, which is another reason why the Nuggets have to make a move this offseason.
Yeah, I don't think they're the nemesis anymore. And I don't think they care either. I don't think the Nuggets care. I don't think the Wolves care.
Nope.
They have bigger fish to fry. All right, we got to get to a quick break. Hour number 3. Back after this.
The Colorado Avalanche have made a major move.
So we have some breaking news.
The Avs have traded veteran forward Valeri Nichushkin to the Columbus Blue Jackets, ending a 7-year run in burgundy and blue. In return, they get 3 draft picks, giving them 10 total ahead of Friday night's draft. What does this mean for the rest of the offseason? And what additional moves does Super Joe have up his sleeve? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Growing a business is hard enough. Figuring out where to advertise shouldn't be a thing that holds you back. Your customers are listening to this station. Heck, you are. They're streaming Denver's biggest games on their TVs. They're tuned into the podcasts everyone's talking about. We help you show up in all 3 with one plan, one team, and results you can actually see. We've helped businesses like yours grow for years. Let us show you how. Visit DenverSports.com and click Advertise with Us.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Any jewelry store can sell you a diamond.
But there's only one family jeweler in Colorado that was literally built on them.
In fact, we've sold more diamonds to more couples for more years than any other jeweler in Denver. I'm Steve Williams.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Shayna Williams. That's why we built Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, an entire store totally dedicated to celebrating your love.
All the world's top bridal designers, 10 times of certified loose diamonds.
And Denver's true diamond experts, like me, who will share their knowledge and passion and how to get the most diamond for your money, guaranteed.
So whether you're looking for the perfect diamond engagement ring,
or that second diamond celebrating a love of many years,
we have the perfect diamond for you.
That's why every day more couples say will you with Williams,
where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
This summer, all roads lead to Groove Toyota in Inglewood during our Summer on Us sales event at the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. New Tacoma's only $349 a month lease. GrooveToyota.com. New Tacoma's only $349 a month lease and soon. Hurry into Inglewood to Groove Toyota before the best Tacomas are gone. Groove Toyota. Start here. Go anywhere.
Closed end lease for 36 months with $34.99 at signing. 0 security deposit. On approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Offer expires 6/30/26.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's a real deal. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. That's a lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, and whatever else you can do with your phone. All for half the price and none of the commitment. What that means, you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Now all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call 1-800-XFINITY, go to XfinityMobile.com, or visit a local Xfinity store to switch today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Savings compare one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes and fees extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Kyle Reese and Marcello Romano.
Text line 303-713-1043. You can also participate on YouTube. The chat is powered by Shop Honda. All right, we have gone a couple hours into the show, and while there are bigger stories out there, like what was reported yesterday, not really broke, that Nikola Jokic in no hurry to sign his extension. We spent plenty of time talking about that and what that means for the future of the Denver Nuggets. But we have not mentioned the powerhouse in this town.
Okay.
The Denver Broncos.
Oh, man. I thought you were talking about the Colorado Rapids.
I thought you were going to say Rockies there for a second. Watch out.
Hey, excuse me there, young man. You don't talk about that team where Hunter Goodman hits 3 home runs yesterday, all right?
They're legit, man.
Hey, look, man.
They're legit. They're are they going to be one of the did they welcome themselves back into Major League Baseball by they will win 60 and lose 60. It's the remaining 42 games that decide your season.
Man, that shows you how bad it is, man, with the Rockies.
Pathetic.
95 losses. Mark it. That's where we got into now. I think that's 67 wins and 95 losses. There we go, baby. That's a quick math for you.
That'd be a 24-game improvement off of last year.
Wow.
And you're still sub 70 wins. That's how bad. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
All right, but there was some Bronco news this past week. A couple different things. One, I don't know if you saw this reported, but as far as playmakers are concerned, where do the Broncos rank in the league? Bill Barnwell for ESPN kind of broke it down. I think they had them rated at 23rd in the league. Now, this is running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends as far as playmakers.
What?
They were at 23 last year.
Hold on.
You go out and you acquire a guy and a talent like Jalen Waddle, and you do not move a tick. You're still at 23. You seem like you have a problem with this.
I have a deep problem with this. Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out what's the explanation of this? Because that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Did you not see this team last year? And then you telling me with Jalen Waddle that it doesn't change the trajectory of this offense? Are you kidding me?
He's just saying playmakers, so this does not include Bo Nix.
There are playmakers on this offense. What are you talking about?
It's preach, dude.
But that's this is beyond me.
Talk to me, Goose.
Bill, man, look, Bill does some great work, by the way. But you got to be out of your mind. Look, I'm just making sure that this is 23.
Yeah. Same exact rank as they had last year too.
You're telling me Cortland Sutton doesn't become better with a speed threat? You telling me Cortland Sutton is not a better player? That alone ups you up to the top 15 at least. You telling me now with 3 running backs and Jonah Coleman, R.J. Harvey going into year number 2, who's a bruiser by the way, and can catch the ball off the backfield, and Jonah Coleman?
I think we struck a nerve, Bex.
This is beyond me.
It's crazy.
I just can't believe what I just. Are you kidding me? Are you 23rd? 23rd. So you're telling me that the Broncos are just in front of the Houston Texans, who don't have a legitimate number 1 wide receiver?
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? David Montgomery is an upgrade at running back for the Texans. There's no tread on that tire. If David Montgomery was what you had rolling around right now, you know where you would go? You would go to the tire shop.
You don't like Montgomery?
Montgomery is nice 2 years ago. You telling me they're just better than the Tennessee Titans, where Calvin Ridley had to take a pay cut to stay on that team? You tell me the Broncos don't have a better offense than the Pittsburgh Steelers? Aaron Rodgers is 95. What are we doing?
I'm going to let you cook, man.
I'm going
to let you cook.
You know what, man? I'm going to church afterwards. I'm cussing in my mind. I don't want to cuss on the mic. But I cannot believe what I'm reading.
Father, forgive Justin.
Kansas City doesn't have a wide receiver worth anything.
It's been 13 days since his last confession.
Reese Rice just got out of jail. What are we talking about? Chargers, I get. Jacksonville, I get. They're ranked very low. But some of these other teams, I'm like, what are you talking about? I love me some Zay Flowers. But my man keeps fumbling the rock. How is Baltimore better than the Broncos? Playmakers? You're telling me that Jalen Waddle isn't a better playmaker than Zay Flowers? You got to be out your mind. Out of your mind. Oh, by the way, yeah, they got that Henry kid. He knows how to tote the rock when he can actually hold on to the football. What are we talking about?
You're putting everyone on blast.
Oh, my Lord. I 23rd? Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Taking Barnwell to the woodshed here.
23rd.
What do you think about it, Bex? You think
I'm wearing J's right now, and they can't believe it's 23rd.
The Saints are 13. I mean, some of these I take very big issue with. They went from 24 to 13. They're way better than 23rd. I think that's pretty ignorant and not fully aware of the playmakers.
Well,
on this team.
and listen, it's running backs, which I can kind of get because we don't know. Listen, the next time J.K. Dobbins completes the season will be the first time that he ever does it. You have a second-year player in R.J. Harvey, which we believe he's only going to get better. At least I do. I don't think he gets his fair shake. We don't even know what Jonah Coleman's going to be in this offense. So I get it from the running back area. But when you add a guy like Jalen Waddle and you have pieces like Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, we're not even talking about Evan Ingram, which I think was underutilized last year. So, for me, you can say that it's fine that they end up at 23rd in that discussion. I just don't know if you were 23rd last year, how you don't move up at all. Like you just stay stagnant and you made the move to acquire a pretty dang good piece in Jalen Waddle, man.
Let me just make it pretty simple for you. Just on this list right now. You're driving your car. Make sure you don't crash when you hear this. The Arizona Cardinals are number 6. The Arizona Cardinals are number 6. Marvin Harrison Jr. would be the 3rd best wide receiver on the Broncos.
Ooh.
I said what I said.
Oh, wait. Ooh.
He would be the 3rd best wide receiver on the Broncos, and he's their number 1. And you're telling me that the Arizona Cardinals...
You think he'd be the 3rd?
The 3rd. I said what I said.
So he's behind Court.
He's behind Cortland Sutton.
He's behind Jalen.
He's behind Jalen Waddle.
He's behind...
He'll be in the slot.
Okay.
He'll be the 3rd best wide receiver right now.
I don't know if I can fully co-sign that one.
Trey McBride. Now, if you're talking about Trey McBride, where would
baller.
he rank? Now, that's the guy who's the baller. I'll take Trey McBride over Cortland Sutton. And we're talking about a tight end.
Yeah.
I would take Trey McBride over Cortland Sutton. Jalen Waddle, his speed, that's what I still say, man. Speed kills, man. It's productive speed. It's not just somebody who has track speed and is just fast. That's productive speed. I will keep that. But Trey McBride is that guy. Other than that, you telling me the Arizona Cardinals have the 6th best amount of playmakers on the team? And I know we're not talking about quarterbacks. I get that because if it's quarterbacks, they're 30, 31, 32. But come on, man. Come on with that. Which just shows, again, why Arizona needs to get their act together, get themselves a quarterback in the worst way.
They got one.
Brissett?
Jacoby! My guy!
No, they need one. Agreed.
I'm just looking at this list, and it's awesome. It's just awesome to see how...
Well, the Bills are down there, too. I think the Bills are down where the Broncos are, right?
Yeah, the Bills are down there. But it just shows. So, for example, going back to this list, ranking the 32 teams based on their offensive playmakers, wide receiver, running back, and tight end talent, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The Atlanta Falcons, number 4. That's a team that I would say I agree with you on. I agree they are 4th.
They're good.
Bijan Robinson,
They
Drake
have,
London.
listen, they have an embarrassment of talent other than the quarterback there,
And
too.
see, and that's why when you read these lists, and like CBS Sports says that Bo Nix is 18th, I'm like, if Bo Nix had Atlanta's offense, we wouldn't be talking about, and obviously we're talking about the Broncos, hey, they're Super Bowl contenders. Atlanta would be definite Super Bowl contenders if they just had Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Michael Penix and Tua, we'll see what happens there. Whichever guy can win that one, God bless you.
Yeah, hold my breath on
Battle of the lefties.
Yeah, God bless you for covering that team. But it just shows you how good Bo Nix was last year. Consistency is the number one thing that he needs to do, but it just shows him how good he was. But again, to rate the Broncos as 23rd.
Where would they be if you throw in Bo Nix? Like Bills and Broncos obviously catapult up that list, right?
Well, Atlanta will fall because you don't have a quarterback, right? So you have teams.
I'm surprised that the Bills are down there.
Well, let me find out what the Bills are. Bills are, like you said, they're pretty up there. Because I thought Jacksonville was a lot better too, but they did lose Etienne. So
It's Etienne.
Etienne, okay. Well, whatever he wants to call himself.
Yeah,
Mama called him Etienne. I'll call him Etienne, I guess. Buffalo's 29th.
Alone.
James Cook.
Well, how are you? Yes,
bro. He was.
And they get DJ Moore from Chicago.
Yes,
too?
Dude. I think that's an underrated move off season. Watch out for that dude this year.
I think he's going to be nice. And Cook
Because
was
he
cooking
was
the Broncos,
was
man.
he in Carolina before he went to Chicago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He had numbers there, and I don't think it panned out in Chicago. But watch, that's what Josh Allen needs is that type of receiver. I think that's an underrated move for them this offseason.
Better quarterback, it's going to pan out. But it will pan out, right? And I think Khalil Shakir will be a little bit better too. Keon Coleman is really the main one, right? Anytime that your owner calls you out after the season.
Well, dude,
that's not good.
In that divisional game, it looked like he tried to block a football instead of catch it. He threw it down, like, get off my hands.
Already got my touchdown today.
You're a receiver. That's your job. You catch the football.
Yeah, this is this is a tough one to look at, man. But great question to ask. Got me all riled up. But I mean, even with the Buffalo Bills, man, they have a tight end, Dalton Kincaid. So I like him a lot. So,
they have Knox there too, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that one's like. If you're a Buffalo fan, that's even more mind-numbing than where the Broncos fell.
Well, right, because they made the trade too. They were able to go and get their guy, and they got a bigger wide receiver. I think Keon Coleman, with so much that is on his back, I think he comes back better this year.
Whose weapons are better, Buffalo's or Denver's?
Denver's easy. Denver's easy.
I'd agree.
Three-headed-
Although the running back Cook's really good.
No, Cook's one of the top. You can make the argument the top running back.
Wouldn't you give the nod to them in the tight end room though as well?
Absolutely.
Based on
Kincaid
what
was
we
a Pro
saw,
Bowler last year.
Yeah, based on what we saw last year, and we assume that that's going to change with how you're going to utilize Evan Ingram and his skill set versus what we saw last year. But going into this year, I would say you give the nod to running back, you give the nod to tight end. That's why I asked you the question: who's got better?
Well, maybe running back room. Running back room, I would say Broncos. If you would say it's single player, James Cook for sure. But if you're saying a room, as in who do I expect to be more effective throughout the season, I would expect the three-headed monster that the Broncos have to be more effective than one guy throughout the year.
I'd still give the nod to Cook at this point.
I'll tell you what I don't give the nod to. Bill Barnwell with this trash article telling me the Broncos are 23rd.
We're the overdogs.
They're the overdogs.
Get out of my face with that, man.
Also in news this week, Marvin Mims in the news again. We know that he changed representation a couple weeks back. You only do that if you're unhappy or you're not being valued in the way that you think you should within an organization, right? We're talking about Marvin Mims Jr., who's a second-round pick, correct? A Pro Bowl returner. and a guy that if you go through the past 2 seasons, a lot of the big plays that have been made, the flash plays or the splash plays that we've seen, number 19's been involved in a lot of them. And doesn't feel like – and maybe he thinks the writing's on the wall with the addition of Jalen Waddle, who has similar probably talent set, but he's going to be your number one. Like, if you're in a contract year, you want to be able to kind of shine, right? You want to be able to make that bag for your next contract. So he changes representation, and then at his football camp this week, I'm going to paraphrase the quote, but it sounded like a little bit of a goodbye. Like, I'm going to enjoy this year, but so the question is, do you make a move prior to? Do you think you can add him in a package going into the season, like kind of similar to what we saw with Devon Vele last year, because you could add something that you may think you need a little extra help in, or do you just let it play out and have it be like a prove it to me here?
Let it play out, and then if he leaves, he leaves. Let it play out.
He dies.
If he dies, he dies. You know, it's every team has one guy that you look at and say, well, we may want him back, but we can't bring him back. Kind of like John Franklin Myers, right? So let him be your John Franklin Myers this year. Hey, man, make your plays, ball out, do your thing. We're going to give you opportunities as special teams. You get opportunities ever so often on offense. He is a playmaker. He is a guy that you want to get the ball into. I would love to see the ball in his hands at least 5 times a game on offense. That's not too much to ask. That's not too much to ask at all.
Mims?
Yeah, that's not too much to ask.
5 times a game.
5 times a game.
Okay, you have Mims. You have J.K. Dobbins, and however they're going to split up the carries. But you would assume you're getting, 20 to 25 carries a game? Okay, how many offensive plays do you run in a typical game?
Probably looking at 60.
So you're left with, at that point, if you have, 35 plays left? You're going to do 5 to Mims. How many did Jalen Waddle get? How many does Cortland get? How many? We know that Sean Payton likes Troy Franklin quite a bit. Plus, you're going to have probably still some of the designed QB keepers. I'd probably say you want to limit that now, knowing what happened to Bo Nix this past season. There's only one football, Justin.
There is.
There's a lot of mouths to feed.
And I like it that way. Figure it out. I like it that way. Because you want to get the ball to the hands of your playmakers. Like, that's what I'm looking for this team. And I like having so much talent on this roster that you got to figure it out. Because what happens during a long 17-game season? Injuries. That's why when people are like, trade this guy away, I'm like, do you not know that somebody's going to get injured? And you don't know how long it will be?
I mean, he had 2 years ago, I think he had 6 touchdowns 2 years ago.
Keep him in game. Keep him engaged. You can even take that number down to 3 or 4.
Well, let's listen to what he had to say, and then we react to it, okay? Go ahead and hit it, Beck.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I think it'd be a huge peace of mind for me, just situation-wise. But also, with me being Sean's first draft class and it being my contract year, it's going to be me, Riley, Drew Sanders, Dale Skinner, Alex Forsythe, that whole draft class and undrafted guys, Jaleel, Nate Atkins. So it's kind of getting to the point where it's like you can't keep everybody, and I feel like especially as a draft class, and the classes after us have performed really well, and that's how you have really good scouts and a really good front office. So we'll see what happens, who they want to retain, who they want to keep. But at the end of the day, I mean, us as players, fans, you guys know they can't really keep everybody. So we'll see what happens. And but I mean, if this is my last year, I'm looking forward to it with these guys because I've had a great time here in Denver the past 3 years.
What does that sound like to you?
Sounds like a guy who's going to play on his last year. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a guy who's playing on his last year. And guess what? That happens everywhere in the NFL. All the time in the NFL. So, you have the talent. Apparently you need more talent. Maybe they should trade him away. Now, you know what? I was wrong because Bill Barnwell just showed me that the Broncos need to actually trade away because they only have the 23rd best playmakers in the league. So maybe they should trade him away because he's not even a part of the equation. And that's my issue, is that you have playmakers on this team. It's not just Jalen Waddle. It's not just Cortland Sutton. You have a guy standing there right there, ready there to be able to do something. Get Marvin Mims the ball. Put him into the offense. Make no bones, make no excuses about it. I get the allure with Troy Franklin. But every time that Marvin Mims has a chance to make a play, what does he do? AFC Championship game. What did he do? Come back again.
Divisional game against the Bills?
Who led the team in receiving yards?
That's why I said a lot of these plays, the goal line pass from Bo Nix against Cleveland was that a Monday night game against when Jameis Winston and Jerry Jeudy went nuts?
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
But that he made that play in Cincinnati the year prior when they should have gone for 2. I think Mims had 2 touchdowns in that game.
Mm-hmm.
There's areas of his game that can be improved, and I'm just going to go off of what I've heard like Dover and Cecil talk about with his route running ability. He'd get more opportunities if he was more crisp in that area. But I don't know how you can, as a playmaker, like listen, the targets you're talking about, if it's set up that way for him to get, you said 5 a game.
Mm-hmm.
And in his career, he had 33 targets in 23. 52 targets in 24, which was kind of a breakout year. That's the year that he had the 6 touchdowns. And then 51 targets last year. 39 catches in 24, 37 catches last year. That doesn't seem like they're trying to get it to him 5 times a game to me.
Well, then three times.
But I'm saying it could be different with Davis Webb. But
yeah, but this is what I'm thinking, though. I'm not just saying in the passing game. I'm saying out the backfield, you could do it too. He's that type of player. There's so many different things that you could do. It's a different look that you could have. Like you could have an offense. Think about this. You could put him in the backfield, and I'm not saying run between the tackles, obviously, but you could put him out there. You could have 4 wide receivers. You could even have 5.
Don't you think you're going to use Waddle like that, though, too?
Why not have more speed on the field?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Listen, I'm just saying
there's
only one rock.
Right.
We can debate what Barnwell said,
mm-hmm.
but I think there's enough talent and enough mouths to feed that it's going to be hard to get everyone involved. I think that's why Marvin Mims is looking at it this way, going, one, I'm going to change my agent because I'm not being valued. And if I'm going into a contract year, you want to maximize your potential.
Absolutely.
Whether you end up staying in Denver or not, him as a player, I get it personally. Like if it's my final year somewhere, this is my audition tape. And if I'm only going to get 52 targets, ends up with, 35, 40 catches again, you're not getting a big bag for that.
But you need to make the most of it. And he's a guy in special teams that changes games, did so against Kansas City, had one, ran back against the Raiders. And frankly, if the weather's better, in the AFC Championship game, he's going to change that game too. And he's somebody that, as a special teams coordinator, because don't forget about special teams, they do matter. You have to at least look out and say, hey, we got to make sure that we are very mindful of kicking the ball to this guy.
Yeah.
So that changes games. And when you are in a league that is so highly competitive, and last year you won so many games by one possession, you need everything you can get. And you know one of the best ways to be able to get one notch over other teams, not just having a good defense, not just having a decent offense, but having a special teams guy who's an all-pro player. That's the reason why you got to make sure you get the Rockets in the hands of Marvin Mims.
They did it 13 times in 2024, given rushing attempts.
Mm-hmm.
12 times last year, 9 times his rookie season. I think the one thing that's probably different from him in comparison to the rest of the guys in that room is what you just brought up, his ability to change the game in other areas, the special teams portion of the game. And those are a couple, if we want to really break it down, those are 2 of the 5 touches you're talking about. 3, right?
Right, exactly. And you look at the rest of the team, right? Pat Bryant, big target, right? You would imagine that Pat Bryant
boss is into real big underground drills, isn't he?
You would imagine that eventually Pat Bryant will replace Cortland Sutton, don't you think?
Concussion and 2 hamstring injuries.
Oh, and then multiple concussions, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And that's part of my point, is you may want Pat Bryant to be that guy. Great hands, but you also have to stay healthy. Troy Franklin, AFC Championship game, nice speed, but you got to go and A, catch the ball, and B, stay healthy. But you know who was healthy? Marvin
Let's
Mims.
look at this, though. Like, here's where I think you can look at it, because I just gave you the targets that Marvin Mims had, right?
Mm-hmm.
So talk amongst yourselves while I'm efforting this. I want to see how many targets our friend Troy Franklin had last year, because I guarantee you it was more than what Marvin Mims got.
One too many. Look, for Marvin Mims, 6 touchdown receptions 2 years ago. But, I mean, the catches, man, 37, 39, 22, man. I would love to see it in the 45 range. But again, to your point, there's so many mouths to feed. And this is a guy with 37 catches last year when the Broncos threw the ball the most in the NFL.
104 targets.
Shut up.
104 targets
Are you
last year for
kidding
your
me?
boy Troy Franklin. 65 receptions.
How much better would the Broncos be if you flip that around? How much better would the Broncos be if it was Marvin Mims getting those type of targets?
And they're both kind of downfield threats as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a double the number of targets.
Do you think the wrong guy's getting the targets then?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say that. I mean,
I'll say it for you. I'll say it for
it.
you as we go to break. The wrong guy is getting the targets because every time Marvin Mims gets an opportunity, he makes a play. Every time. Every time. We have seen it more often than not.
Troy Franklin got more targets in his rookie year than I think the high for Marvin Mims has been through 3 years.
Says a lot.
Yeah, it does. All right, we got to get to a quick break. When we come back, we will wake up and reset.
The blue line is back. The Colorado Avalanche have re-signed defensemen Brett Kulak and Brent Burns. Kulak, the steady shutdown force who locked it down on the back end upon arrival from Pittsburgh last season. And the ageless Burns back for his 23rd season in the middle of an Ironman streak. Now with draft picks in hand and more cap space to play with, what's next as Joe Sakic tries to fill out the roster? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
When you decide to sell your home, don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one. Go for a Weichert agent. A Weichert agent looks at you as a partner, not a transaction, and will work day and night to get you the results you're looking for. And your Weichert agent is backed by the Weichert brand. With over 50 years of experience, Weichert agents have guided thousands of buyers and sellers through every facet of homeownership. Don't settle for good, go for great. Work with a Weichert agent. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and you can get a richer looking lawn with Rich Lawn. Using the organic based fertilizer Rich Lawn Turf Food, you'll get greener grass and build your soil for a beautiful yard. And while you're at it, don't forget to check out Revive, the treatment to revitalize your lawn for deeper roots and deeper watering. Rich Lawn and Revive products are available at Home Depot or your local gardening center. With Rich Lawn and Revive products, you'll have your yard ready in no time.
After a devastating car crash, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work. And the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At Berg Simpson Law Firm, you only pay us if we win your case. That means there's no down payment and no upfront costs to get the help you need right now. Give Berg Simpson a call, and we'll be with you every step of the way.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Rise and shine, Colorado. Good morning, Vietnam! The sports world never sleeps, and neither do we.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you're shoveling?
So here's Kyle, Reese, and Marcello Romano with your wake-up call.
Just to wake up, wake up.
Back in Fan Weekends, no Kyle Reese today. Justin Adams kind enough to sit in for Kyle Reese today. We got Alex Becker, yourself on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Question of the day, best summertime jams of all time. We've done Summertime by Will Smith. We've done The Dove Shack, Summertime in the LBC. We've done Grease, which I think was Beck's nomination.
I like the Little Rob, Summer Nights.
Oh, yeah. Rob. Oh, there's another one that was mentioned a while ago. Was another one named Summer Nights, but it was Van Halen, but when Sammy Hagar was the lead singer. So we'll see if we can find that one. That is the question of the day. Also, we've spent a ton of time on the news that was reported yesterday that Nikola Jokic is in no hurry to sign his extension, which opens up conversations and avenues that we've been growing down this morning on what does that mean for the Nuggets? What are they going to do? Would you make the addition? And then during the break, the Jaylen Brown thing is heating up a little bit. Heating up.
Well, Bex, I believe you have some good news for us on that one.
Yeah, it looks like the Nuggets, as it stands, have the third best odds to land Jaylen Brown, and that's only behind the Boston Celtics,
which he's not going back to. So let's eliminate that one. Yeah,
and the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, who wants to go for that franchise who doesn't want to spend any money? Come on to the Nuggets, baby. Now you have to give up
Portland.
Something. Yeah, Portland. Have you heard about what they did with the coaches? I think it's Micah Cruz. I would say
Micah Nori.
Micah Nori.
He's on a year-to-year contract as a head coach.
He's on a radio contract.
Dang. Dang.
This has got to be, the cheapest owner of all time?
Easily.
Why would you take that job?
Well, because you want the opportunity.
Well, right? Listen, Micah Nori's, we have familiarity with him here, yeah?
Yeah, he is, man. He's a good coach, too. But, you know, I don't blame him for saying take the role. But you take the job title, right? You take the role. But you do it with the mindset that hopefully another job opens up and you get paid what you deserve. But you got to take the job. Somebody had to take it.
And they'll have Dame back, yeah, next year?
Yep.
So there's a piece that you have Dame with Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
If you had your druthers, if you're Jaylen Brown, which one do you want? Which situation you want to go to?
I want Jaylen Brown.
No, I'm saying if you're him.
Oh, sorry.
Out of the two places.
Go to the Nuggets.
He ain't going back to Boston.
Go to the Nuggets.
I think
my bad, man. I'm sorry. Go to Jokic. Jokic makes everybody look good. Go to Jokic.
Bex?
You go ahead.
If you're Jaylen Brown, what's the most? Is Denver the most?
Probably. Detroit was next on the list, and then it's like New Orleans and Atlanta, Utah. It's got to be the Nuggets. It's got to be. Detroit's the only other one I'd say.
Is that a confetti move?
Yes.
For the Nuggets?
Yes.
So you secure another championship with that move.
Do you believe Jokic could still dominate?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a check there, right? Then you get Jaylen Brown.
I don't know that it's a unanimous. I think a lot of people would, after what Wemby did this season.
And I think they would lose their mind. I think people who say that have lost their mind. Because if you're in an elimination game with 5 minutes left to go in a game, do you take yourself out? Do you get taken out that game with 5 minutes to go in the game? No, you don't. And that's exactly what happened with Wemby. So, no, I would not have him. I would have Jokic in there for that.
Okay.
And you just look down the roster. Do you put Jaylen Brown in there, that type of scorer? So now everything doesn't rely on Jamal Murray, right? You do lose Aaron Gordon. You will lose Cameron Johnson. But then you can replace that with, say, Peyton Watson. See what Deron Holmes can bring you, right? So I still think that you will have a solid starting five. You'll be able to compete with Minnesota, who just defeated you. Now you got two defenders on there who could go and defend Anthony Edwards. Owen has the speed to be able to move up and down the court. I think this would be a solid move for the Nuggets. The more and more I talk about it, the more and more I look around and I say, yeah, make that move.
Slam dunk, yeah.
Make that move, Nuggets. Give up the only draft pick you have remaining. Make that move ASAP.
And while it would be sad to see some of the pieces leave,
it keeps the big guy around. Keep the big fella around.
Bex, is this a confetti move?
Absolutely, 100%.
So they win one within the next 5 years, even with David Adelman as your coach.
They'll get very close if they don't win one. It's hard to say that they'll definitely win a championship with the Spurs and OKC in the West, but they'll get extremely close, I would think, and they'll be in competition for a championship every year.
He's not going back to Boston, so that means you basically got Nuggets and Portland that are ahead in the odds. I don't know how he goes back to Boston at this point. Like, if you're Jaylen Brown, you've been mentioned. He was mentioned in the KD deal a couple years back, right? 3-4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, they weren't quiet about it. I think they thought they were going to get Giannis.
Yep.
And at that point, they were willing to give up a guy like Jaylen Brown. If you're Jaylen Brown, like, dude, I'm the Finals MVP. I just had one of the best years ever, his favorite year, as you pointed out during the break. He was 28, 7, and 5. Almost 29 points a game.
Good defender. Really good defender, too.
And, I mean,
he's got that dog.
Everything gets a little easier when you got Jokic on him.
Oh,
I'm just telling you, it gets a lot easier with Jokic. You got to give up something, though. That's a lot of money tied up to a couple of deals, though. You know what you would have, though? If you would have Jaylen Brown, you would legitimately have a big three.
If you swing on this, you better hit.
Yeah, well, that's your big three. And that's what the NBA is trying to take away from is all those type of, teams. But the Nuggets.
Listen, we're talking about Jaylen Brown not going back to Boston happy. You swing on this and you miss and you find out that it's Jamal, it's AG, it's these guys. Then you got those reparations that have to happen, right?
You know what you have? You have Nuggets with Nene as the best player because everybody's gone. Everybody got to go. Got to go. And you press that restart button. But at least you go after it. If you have Jokic, you have this chance, you go after it right now. And you see what happens. You do the best that you can. You put a team together, see what happens.
Does this mean you're still going to have Peyton Watson here too? You're still going to try and secure that dude? It's getting to the point where we actually have to have the discussion about it.
Well, you have to. So you have to go and bring somebody back. Peyton Watson's younger. Peyton Watson has a lot of.
So
we'll see what he can do.
Jamal gone in this deal?
Oh man, that's tough.
Yes.
AG?
I would say so. I'd say both of them.
So Jamal be it. You only really need Jamal there with that contract. But do you really believe Boston would just take Jamal and be okay with that?
No, they would want a lot more.
Oh yeah, I'd say
For
Jamal
Brown,
and
yes.
AG and more probably.
So that how about this? Jamal, AG, you get back Jaylen Brown, and my man Derek White. Would you do it?
I don't think Boston's doing that one.
Oh, I would definitely do it.
Yes,
but
I would do it too.
Would.
But I don't think Boston's doing that. I think for the player that they be giving up, they want to feel like they won the trade. So that would mean Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, probably something else, whether it's picks or even just they ain't taking Christian Brown, but that would be a nice little throw-in.
Cello.
And then watch out, dude. Like, you throw those players to Boston, that Boston's pretty damn good, too.
Cello, I'm going to be honest with
Jason Tatum coming back more time off the Achilles injury.
I'm trying to tell you, I think the winner of that deal would actually be the Celtics. Because what do you need if you're Boston? It's not just another ball handler, okay? For Jason Tatum, right? It's another ball handler, okay? But what do you sorely need in order to win in the West or win in the East? is you need somebody who's going to be a bruiser. By having Aaron Gordon, and trust me, I think he's going to put all those injuries and everything away from him, to have him there to be able to guard Cat, to be able to defend Giannis, and he could do all those different things. Even to say, you put Bam up there to guard him too, I will put the Boston Celtics right up there at the top of the list if you got him.
All right, we got to get to a quick break, but I do want to get this. Chad Andrews just texted me, and I value his opinion. He's a big NBA guy, basketball guy. He says AG and Cam for JB is a confetti move for Boston.
I told you.
Nuggets only get better if they unload Jamal in the deal.
I might know something.
All right, we got to a quick break. When we come back, we will wrap it up, put a bow on it, hand it over to the judge for the next couple hours. Do that next.
The Colorado Avalanche have made a major move.
So we have some breaking news.
The Avs have traded veteran forward Valerie Nichushkin to the Columbus Blue Jackets, ending a 7-year run in burgundy and blue. In return, they get 3 draft picks, giving them 10 total ahead of Friday night's draft. What does this mean for the rest of the offseason? And what additional moves does Super Joe have up his sleeve? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
We do, and you will too when you see Tacori.
Handcrafted in California, Tacori rings have design details you won't find in any other diamond engagement rings.
Including Tacori's perfectly engineered crown and windows of light created by Tacori's iconic crescent design.
It's the Tacori touch, and you'll find it at Williams Jewelers, Colorado's only platinum Tacori store. I'm Steve Williams.
I'm Shayna Williams.
And I'm Dylan Williams. You'll find all your Tacori jewelry at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, along with one of the largest selections of certified loose diamonds in the state, all at the guaranteed best price.
So come, fall in love with the Tacori ring she's always dreamed of.
Tacori at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood,
Colorado's premier jeweler.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, where Colorado shines. On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Don't miss the Tree Farms Array of Tree Sale, now through July 14th. Save up to 35% on thousands of evergreen trees in all sizes. Choose from arborvitae, upright juniper, Austrian pine, Bosnian pine, mugo pine, limber pine, blue, spruce, Serbian spruce, and more. And huge savings on thousands of shrubs and perennials. The Array of Tree Sale. Come see.
I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-944-33, 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Summer should be a time of joy for children, but Wish kids often miss out due to their illness, creating a dark chapter during a time that should be filled with sunshine and memories. A wish from Make-A-Wish Colorado can change everything for these children, giving them the strength and hope they need to persevere in their fight against critical illness. My name is Carrie Fletcher. I'm part of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Today, Alpine Bank hopes you'll decide to make a life-changing impact in the life of Colorado Wish Kids by supporting Make-A-Wish Colorado. There are currently more than 450 Colorado kids with critical illnesses who are waiting for a life-changing wish, and 110 more kids will be diagnosed this summer. You can help make their wishes come true. Visit wish.org/Colorado to help Make-A-Wish Colorado grant some memorable wishes this summer.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Kyle Reese.
No, I don't know. I'm asking.
Why would you say two?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Well, hold on a second. You're in the other part of the room, the building. Like you're. Do I only have 2 hours?
You got to put it all in two, right?
Why would I only have two?
You
schedule things. You do. You have paperwork. You have a desk.
It's early on Sunday. I was just clarifying.
No, you know what happened? I fried his brain talking about Jokic all day.
Yeah. Hey, summertime jams. You got anything that? Summertime music that you're out, you're barbecuing, you're smoking the me, not smoking.
I listen to the Dan Jacobs Show podcast available on DenverSports.com.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge music guy. I just don't like bad music. Unfortunately, 99% of all music ever produced in the history of the world is fairly terrible.
that is like your quote that's going to stick with you forever.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, like
because I'm a truth teller.
Exactly.
So, music is just typically bad. And so I don't want to put myself in a bad mood. What we want to do is we want to prime ourselves to be positive and to be in a good mood.
Yeah.
Music puts me in a bad mood.
There's not like a song that you're like, oh, that feels like summer. Like a Beach Boys.
Well, actually, you guys played it, Summertime, with Will Smith.
Yeah.
That actually feels like it. And that doesn't annoy me too much. But I don't know. Yeah, like Beach Boys, of course, does and stuff like that. But again, I'm not into that.
All right.
I'm trying to fix the Broncos and the Avs and the
Nuggets.
Well,
and I know you have 3 hours to do it after us, but I do want to get your opinion on the report yesterday that Jokic is in no hurry to sign his extension, and is it putting pressure on the organization? And then, of course, now that the steam is kind of picking up on the Jaylen Brown discussion and where the Nuggets have the ability to try and go and acquire a player like that. How do you feel? I know you have plenty of time, ample time.
Right, and I have to ask our friend across the big CU donor something before we get out of here as well. But it's interesting. It is what I haven't. So he's eligible to sign. He's been eligible to sign an extension.
Mm-hmm.
However, isn't it true that last year, if he would have signed it, that really would have been to his detriment. Because if he waits, is he still in a situation where waiting helps him, is in his best interest, or is it now, no, like now's the time, if you were going to resign, you would resign?
It gives you more options. So you still would get more money next year, but it gives you more options where you could be an unrestricted free agent. So let's say everything goes crazy. It goes terrible next year. Then you will be an unrestricted free agent. The issue for the Nuggets would be this, though, is at some point you have to make a decision on whether you would trade him if he doesn't sign or whether you would hope that he would resign. But there is a chance that you go into next season. Let's say you play it all the way out and he doesn't resign. You will lose Jokic for nothing.
But they'll know. They'll know.
They would know.
He'll tell you.
You would
like
figure
Carmelo.
they would know. Yes.
Just like Carmelo told him. Look, guys, I'm not trying to do you dirty, but I'm not staying, so get what you can for me.
Right.
That's what he said. Right. So, yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I'm glad. It's interesting because the NBA really started with LeBron, where they got smart and they said, we're going to do what's in our best interests. And it doesn't just automatically mean signing a max contract the second you can with, and I think Dwayne Wade was in that group too.
Yep.
Like they've said, no, this is a business. We're gonna do things that are in our best interest, because once we sign, we're kind of locked in. Now, here's an interesting question because I was just looking at the Avs salary cap. Nathan McKinnon's locked in for like a long time at the exact same salary. He doesn't get any raises for like 5 more years. Now, when he signed his deal, he was the highest paid player in the league. I don't think, am I wrong? Hockey player, like you would think 2 years from now, he'd go, hey man, it's time to give me some more money. Right? Like Cortland Sutton does, or, they do it all the time in the NFL or really the NBA. They say, well, we want a new contract or we want traded or whatever. They don't do that in the NHL, do they?
No, they don't. But I think Nathan McKinnon would want that to happen. But there's a certain number 8 that needs to get paid too.
Yeah, but they're in great shape.
They are.
It's just if I were the best player on the planet, I might want to renegotiate too. Now, real quick.
Hockey players don't do that. They're a different breed, dude.
Yeah. Well, they know they're playing with house money. Like, you don't want to get too stinking greedy because that league is always kind of, on the edge of being viable. Real quick. I'm going to talk about this next segment. I don't want you to give me the reporters, the straight edge, or the former alumni, the former player, player speak. From your heart. You heard Coach Cheverini on the station. You saw the article by Sean Keeler. Are alumni like yourself in the right to be upset with the way Coach Prime is handling his business and skipping traditions and putting his son and his favorite players on the mountain, on the marquee, while ignoring the past generation?
110%. And anybody who tells you different is lying to you.
110% what?
That you should be upset.
Okay.
There should have been guys who were in there. But what people will look at it say, well, the previous coaches, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They forget that the University of Colorado, that they pretty much had the death program for that program for almost 20 years without actually announcing it or making that happen. That's the issue. They did not care about that program. They did not care about football. I don't care what they say. Your actions speak for itself. Because if you cared about the program, you wouldn't have had it how bad as it was. They were embarrassed about what happened in the mid-2000s. They were embarrassed. Athletic director got fired. President got fired. They were embarrassed.
Whoa.
You don't remember that?
I don't know.
Betsy Hoffman? You forget about that?
She did get hired. You know what I was thinking about was because DeStefano.
He got fired too.
No.
He left, but you call it what you want to call it.
Well, but after the McIntyre scandal with Tumpkin, he kept his job. He was in a cover-up of a domestic violence, like attempted murder, and he kept his job.
Well, DeStefano did.
Yeah, DeStefano.
But that's the he was the chancellor.
Yeah.
He was the athletic director, or was he the president?
Right.
So somebody had to go.
Yeah.
So it was a program that wasn't paid attention to. It got to the point where it got so bad that either it was you have to go down to the Mountain West or you have to put your big boy pants on, and that's where Deion Sanders comes in.
But why is Deion coming in and alienating the guys that built the program?
People forget this. When you hire a celebrity, you hired a celebrity coach. This is what administration.
You think he's
this is what
forgetting
people
them? Like this?
No, it's when you hire a celebrity coach and you no longer have to go through the SID to get an interview. When was the last time we got an interview here by going to the SID? You don't do that anymore.
We don't do interviews anymore.
But I'm just saying, like, you have to go through. Well, that's another issue for another day. What I'm saying is you have to go through the representation. And if the representation is okay with it, then you will get an interview.
Listen, man, I don't think any of this, because typically when you see something like this, there's probably like an overcorrection done, right? We missed that. So like this coming year, we'll add Darian Hagan, Alfred Williams, Canavas McGee. We'll put all these people up on there. I don't see that happening with Deion. I think Deion is like, hey, dude, I made the decision. I was the head guy when I made the decision. I'm happy with the decision. And it doesn't matter what the past players think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to answer it because I know we're running out of time. Just to make it real quick, the University of Colorado had to make a decision. They made a decision to go into the prime business. I have no problem with that. The issue is that when you have someone who's a celebrity coach and you haven't made sure that the alumni is fully ingrained into the culture of everything, then you're going to have rifts like this. After year number 2, it shouldn't have been Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter having their numbers retired. We do understand how important and how great they were. But because of what happened with the university years prior, by not honoring the players the way that they should have, now you're starting to honor the players And the other guys are like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
But it's not just that. It's also the fight song.
Yes.
And
yes.
None of those guys, well, I shouldn't say none of them, but according to the article, a lot of those guys don't feel comfortable with the program. They don't feel welcome. Philip Lindsay even said, although there was a little bit of prima donna, you got to love Phil, still a little bit of prima donna in him, because he says, well, I've heard from the new athletic director's office and that he would like to speak with me. But I just ignored it because I'm not going to do it until he calls me personally. I'm like, whoa,
wow.
Big time. Big time, Phil.
Look, man, I'm going to give Phil a hug, okay, man? Phil's my guy. I know we got to run, but I'll say this. For the University of Colorado, the best thing they could do is to be able to reach out to all the alumni as much as they can. They do through the Alumni C Club. I will end it with this. You can start this with your show. During the spring game, they invited all the alumni to come. Deion Sanders was speaking. The defensive coordinator was speaking, and Fernando Lovo was there. There was about half of the area that was full.
Of the alumni area.
Of the alumni area that was full.
So maybe
I'm just
there's
saying.
two sides to this story. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying.
All right.
All right, you have 3 hours, Dan.
Do I?
3 hours.
Now I'm nervous.
And you'll start with that coming up next. Thanks, Justin.
The Blue Line is back. The Colorado Avalanche have re-signed defensemen Brett Kulak and Brent Burns. Kulak, the steady shutdown force who locked it down on the back end upon arrival from Pittsburgh last season. And the ageless Burns back for his 23rd season in the middle of an Ironman streak. Now with draft picks in hand and more cap space to play with, what's next as Joe Sakic tries to fill out the roster? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year to buy a home in Colorado. If you've been dreaming about getting into your first place, upgrading for more space, or downsizing for a simpler lifestyle, now is a smart time to start planning. And the first step is easy. Get pre-approved. With American Financing, you can get it done in 24 hours or less, so you'll know exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Rates have been dropping, home prices are steady, and more homes are hitting the market. You could score the right home at the right price and lock in a monthly payment that fits your budget without stretching yourself thin. And unlike renting, every payment you make goes toward your future, not your landlord's. And here's a misconception that they love to bust. You don't need 20% down. Many buyers purchase with as little as 3% down. So if home ownership is on your 2026 goals list, make it happen. Call American Financing, 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 1823334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Will?
When I was 50, my whole life fell apart. I lost my job, I lost my wife, I lost the house, I lost pretty much everything except for my life. When the IRS came calling, I just didn't have it in me. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just waiting for that IRS anvil to drop.
Then Will found Tax Relief Advocates.
I heard their advertisement on the radio, I wrote down the number, and I made the call that changed everything. The IRS gave me a bill for $40,000. Tax Relief Advocates got that down to $3,200. I've paid 9 cents on the dollar. Now that's a great deal in anybody's book.
If you